has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that
カニのエキスですっきり味噌味日清カップヌードル味噌新登場ミサンパ
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
I dare you to call your dad and tell him you're thankful for him.
Alright, got you. Hello.
What's going on?
I just wanted to tell you I'm thankful for you.
Why are you doing that?
Because you do a lot for me and I never give anything in return.
Well, you just made my day. Thank you for the call, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you tonight.
Alright, love you, bye.
Can I ask...
Fucking what? We can't have a little fucking fun with it?
That's right. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Come taste gate?
Coming up.
Steel toe covering the cum.
Wait a minute. Morning milkshake.
Oh.
Snowballing? I mean, Yogurt Watch 2024. Oh my God, this one.
Confession. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
We're going to hear a confession. Well, maybe. We may not. Will he give us the confession?
But here's the worst thing he can do.
I'm writing that one down. I think that's the one we go with.
Yeah, the worst thing he can do is say he's lying. Because then Rikishi will come back with Rikishi will come back with something else. So he's got to, you know, he can't milk this one. He got to just.
He's milked another one, but not this one.
Wait a minute, cum guzzling. The perfect name of the show. I think we'll call it this.
It's already taken. BF Bobby Fred. Bastard.
Oh my God.
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Oh, hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is BF Live Stream Show. How you doing today? What's going on? Here we go. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Sorry, folks. I was doing a little sound checking on the other end, listening to how my sound quality is coming through. I trust and hope that my sound is coming through great on this Wednesday. How is everybody doing today? Are you ready to get into it, folks? We got 3 hours of fun lined up for you today. I'm going to do the best I can to hold it down for you in the midday, folks. I'm excited about today, and I'm excited about the rest of the week. I'll tell you at the beginning, and I'll remind you that throughout the show, that tomorrow I'm going to have a very special guest in the second hour, in the 1 o'clock hour, if you're on the East Coast of the United States. The second hour of BF Live, I'm going to have comedian Tom Dreesen as my guest tomorrow, right here on BF Live. You could ask yourself, who is Tom Dreesen? Well, Tom Dreesen famously opened up for Frank Sinatra for many years. He was a regular guest on the David Letterman show and one of David Letterman's very good friends, from what I understand. But I want to get to know Tom a little better, get some actual showbiz stories from a real showbiz kind of legend who's really seen some stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that tomorrow in the 1 o'clock hour, in the second hour of BF Live. But I'm just getting a little ahead of myself talking about what's going on tomorrow. We got a show in front of us today, folks. You know what we're going to do. We're going to do BF Live other news or not so serious news. We'll do some Soulful Horoscope Readings today. Of course, we'll do our miserable news history moment, all the fun stuff we like to do. And I'm so happy to have my friend backstage that's about to jump in and join us. He's always here with us. He's the bro, you know, my friend and yours. He is Scott Fitzpatrick, the prop master. Come on, Scott. Oh, you're muted, my friend. You're muted, my friend. Hit that mute. Oop, see?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, buddy. No matter, see, we did a little sound check, and you still can't, and we still, no matter how much you sound check. How you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Had our no filter show last night, and that's all. But the main thing, the usual conversations, the toilet talk, and all those things. But the thing I took away most from it is, I have I guess you'd say, an informant on Twitter that shows me what Andrew says on his nasty.
Oh yeah, his horny wheelchair guy.
Yeah. And,
is he still up to that? I haven't really seen many posts from the horny wheelchair guy lately, Scott.
Yeah, it's how do I say this? Okay, there was no mistaking that this was really a guy. I mean, it was dressed like a woman on a bed.
Oh boy!
But the meat was on display. And,
well, yeah.
He said something to the order of he'd like to warm up to that or something to that order. I mean, it was
yeah.
No good.
Our boy Andrew jumps the gun, and we've had to point out to him, question the sexuality of some of these people that he kind of enjoys their company or online or whatever, right? He don't always care or get it, does he?
Yeah, I don't know if he just don't want to. Maybe he likes that kind of thing and just don't want to admit it to us. But he acts like, I didn't even notice. But man,
he does
on display.
Yeah, he does. He plays it off. It's like, I think he sees whatever he likes when he looks at these people, and he just tunes everything else. Like, is that a penis? He just tunes out the penis, right? Yeah. So, oh man, that's our boy Andrew. So yeah, so those who don't know, Andrew is our friend. We do I would do Sports Heads with him, and he does No Filter with Andrew and Friends. And Scott and I and Andrew were on a show many years ago, and we kind of discovered just by saying, hey, if you follow this guy, you might know this guy. And we discovered that Andrew, he had an alt account called the Horny Wheelchair Guy.
Yeah. Oh, this come right after he tells us he's not done no porn, looked at no porn for 2 months.
What? That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. Not my boy Andrew. There ain't no way. No way. Well, that's Andrew. But yeah, Scott. So I told you yesterday. I think I told you that. Oh, there he is, right there. There's Andrew right there. Yeah, I think get that drool off of him. He's drooling on your ass. I think I mentioned to you yesterday that I was going to go see that Iron Maiden show last night. So I did that.
Right on. Was it good?
It was good. I mean, of course, obviously, instrumentally they can play good. And Bruce Dickinson, for an older guy and singing that kind of operatic style of vocals, Scott, he was holding up good, man. He did pretty good. Yeah.
3 guitar attack, right?
Oh yeah, they had all the guitar guys there and all. It was a good show. They had, oh my goodness, they had this Mongolian rock band, The Who, H-U. The Who opened up for them. Bro, That was some crazy shit, man. It was like 8 dudes. They had a regular drummer. They had this percussionist that all he did was just beat the shit out of the drums, like following the drummer and all. And they had like the 2 guys playing like playing their guitar with like a bow and shit. They had 2 guys doing that, 2 guitar players, a bass player. They had 8 guys, and it sounded like freaking thunder. It reminded me of back in the day when I saw Loudness open up for Motley Crue. It was just fucking just loud and audacious, and it was crazy, but they were really intense and like really loud, so that was kind of different.
Loudness, I know who that is. They're from Japan. Half of them's from Japan, I think.
Yes, and bro, when I saw Loudness back in the day, and that's all they were was loud, man. You know, they got the crazy, crazy nights. Yeah, they had the one song, right? Yeah, so, but they were loud just for the sake of being loud. I think they watched like Spinal Tap back in the day, and they're like, we want to go to 11 too. We want to do that shit too. But yeah, so I saw Iron Maiden. I'm still trying to see any of these bands that are kind of out there still doing their thing. I'll go give them a shot if I like a few of their songs.
Yeah, I like it. Where I live, you got to travel quite a ways if you want to see a concert. But yeah, I got a bucket list of them. They're on it. Iron Maiden. Did you see Eddie?
Oh, bro, so they do different with the Eddie now. So back in the day, they would go in with the big blow-ups, right? And they would bring the big blow-ups out and hang over the stage and all that shit. Now, it just looks like basically a dude that's in stilts, dude, like a Eddie costume, like a full Eddie costume. It's probably in stilts because he's taller than like the drum set and all that shit, like taller than all the dudes. And he comes out and shoots freaking laser beams at him, and him and Bruce had like a little back and forth. So yeah, Eddie's still in the mix, man. Big time.
Cool.
Eddie is still in the mix. All right. So here we go.
You ever seen the female tribute band, I guess you'd say to them, the Iron Maidens?
Yes, I have seen Iron Maidens on some viral videos, buddy. That's pretty neat. I should look that up. Iron Maidens. Yeah. Let's look up Iron Maidens real quick.
Nina Strauss. Well, it's the best version of them is when you can get Nita Strauss. She plays for Alice Cooper now, I think.
There you go.
Nita Strauss and Courtney Cox. If you get that era of that's when they're at their best.
That's neat. Here we go. I'll play a little bit of the Iron Maidens because I thought it was a pretty cool concept. Well, let me go. I'm queuing it up.
Nita Strauss, she's an excellent guitar player. It's like Steve Vai is like a level.
Imagine that there's a big like a minute and a half talk up for a chick band. Imagine that. So here we go. Like just sing the bloody song. Let's see if you can. Let me know if you're getting the audio on this. Ready?
I got it. Yeah, that's Courtney Cox on the right.
Whoa. Was she married David Schwimmer? This is Iron Maiden off of Temu, Scott. You get Iron Maidens.
Did they play the hits, the classics?
Yeah, for the most part they did. You know, they still try to they put out a couple albums recently, so they're still trying to blend music in. So there were those kind of bathroom breaky moments of the show, Scott.
Yeah, I mostly identify with the older Iron Maiden. I don't really know much of the new stuff.
Yeah, going to concerts is so different nowadays, Scott. First of all, and a t-shirt I looked at, and he's $50 for a shirt.
Oh yeah, I was going to guess
50.
Yeah.
Every shirt just 50, a straight up t-shirt. I almost dealt with the brothers outside after the show because one brother was selling them for $20 a shirt, and then I went a block up, and the other brother was selling them 2 for 10 a piece, basically. So I was like, I almost went for the first brother, and then I went up to the second. I'm like, I should get 2. I ended up didn't get any shirts, Scott.
Oh man! Yeah.
But that was the racket back in the day. You remember, like if you didn't quite have enough money, you wait till you got out on the parking lot. You'd be stuck in the parking lot line, and you could cop a shirt out there.
Yep. That's actually when I would get mine. I would try to get a shirt every time. You know, back then it's probably $16 or $12 or something.
Yep.
And after the concert, it was you get things cheaper after the concert.
You get those bargains after the concert. And Scott, another thing that's really changed a lot. Second of all, I tried to get in the door with a tiny cigarette lighter, right? Because that's old school, right? When you do cigarette lighter, I'm like, I got to bring a cigarette lighter to an old school concert because I ain't down with this cell phone light shit. That ain't how we came up. They took my fucking lighter at the door, bro. Grown ass people. I didn't even have nothing to burn with it. I just had a fucking lighter to put up for it. You can't carry lighters in here. Oh, how pussified have they come with concerts? So yeah, and then another thing, bro, like when you used to get into a concert, like we would know friends on the floor or not, right? We go, okay, let's go down on the floor and meet up with so-and-so and such, and then afterwards we'll go back up. Now they ran the floor like general admission, and it's like 2 areas, bro. So you don't have like the run of the building like you used to, where you could go, hey, I'll go meet Joe Blow over here, and then I'll go. You don't. It wasn't like that at my arena last night.
I always improved my seating.
Exactly. Exactly. A lot of people did that. You would just go act like you belong, right? You would go down on the floor, look for that 1 or 2 seats that's on the end that don't look like nobody's bothered with or might not show up for, and you kind of just hang out there, fake it till you make it, right?
Yeah. Well, the ones that around here, they're all folding chairs. So as soon as the band comes out, the chairs just get blank. They're just a pile.
Oh yeah, they used to get the rows would get obliterated. Yeah. Well, they actually had a little swirl going last night, Scott. I will say there were multiple generations of people there. Some of it was sad because you look at people of maybe your generation or maybe just like your older brothers and sisters generation that are like literally like limping in there to enjoy the Iron Maiden show, and it's a little troubling if you put it together too much. You know, a little troubling. I'm glad not to be them, but it's kind of interesting when you look at those dynamics of the crowd and everything. But older band, older crowd, I guess, right?
Yep.
Awesome shit. Yeah, so that was good. So I did that last night and also got that in little bucket list thing or whatever. I haven't seen them in decades, for real.
Yep. Cool.
Well, let's visit some of these people in the chat, buddy, because I see now that we've chit-chat a little bit. The chats are building up. So I got the glasses on. I'm going to run my element. Everybody's going to let us know what we're doing. Let's check in with everybody today. Scott, you ready, man?
Ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We are going to do it. You heard Scott. Put your thing in the chat. Let us know what you're doing today. Are you at work? You got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, ham sandwich? What are you doing? You off today? Are you home? Let us know as I roll the element and you tell us what you're up to in the BF Live opening chat family check-in. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. Here we go. This is what Chat Family's all about, hanging out in the midday on BF Live. So yeah, Scott, I don't know if you were here the other day, and because I've missed some shows, we haven't really had consistent conversations, but I mentioned that tomorrow I'm going to have a guest on in the 1 o'clock hour, this comedian Tom Dreesen.
Right, yeah, I heard you at the beginning of the show here. I wasn't familiar with the name. I mean, I might know it. I just one of them names I forgot or something, but
very fair assessment because he was on David Letterman so many times. Even if you caught it once or twice, you might have seen that guy. Go, okay, I know that guy by his face or whatever. But this man, I know I'm a big Letterman guy, so I always saw him on Letterman. And I through knowing Johnny Russo, I got to learn that he opened up for like Frank Sinatra, and he was down with Sammy and Frank, all those guys, Dean, Sammy, and Frank, and all that. So he's going to be on the 1 o'clock hour. I want to talk to him about like how do you get to be in the the Rat Pack, and how do you get to be Frank Sinatra's opening comedian for so many years, and his experiences, just kind of the stuff he's seen has got to be interesting, brother.
Yeah, I don't know if it's about asking, but I'm always, you know how you always heard about mob contacts or with be interested to see if you know anything about any of that. Well, yeah.
He's an Italian kid that grew up in Chicago. He has some interesting stories and all. So we're going to get to know him a little better tomorrow. I'm really interested, into talking to somebody that's really like lived some show business and really been around some legends. So we're going to do that tomorrow. So I wanted to bring that up one more time. But let's do this and get into it. I'm going to go to the top of the chat and see what everybody's up to. Let's see who's checking in today. On Esther checks in and says, "Happy Hump Day, you heathens." Go ahead on, Esther. How you doing today? On Esther says, "Make sure you hit that mother effing like button, suckers. Come on." We have Rob, my aunt, is 4 months pregnant with my kids all saying, "Good afternoon, BF, my Nogas, and my gorgeous wife checking in." Come on, you know what we know what we tell you. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel, and off the lot, lizards. How you doing? Rob, my aunt, is 4 months pregnant with my kids all. Aunt Esther checks in and says, hashtag to Rob, no penis Saul. Wait a minute. Just a guess. He corrected me, my friend. I quickly prepared this show yesterday because I knew I was doing something tomorrow night, and I must have put Tuesday in my title instead of Wednesday. So my friend Justa let me know. There you go, Hoya Justa, and I corrected it. Thank you, Just a Guess. Rob Saul's pregnant auntie's tiny gash says, Hoya Chat family, to my mister, drive safe and speed past those lot lizards. Run them bitches over. Blummel's defense lawyer checks in. Good no. Good on my fellow midday maniacs. Well, let's go. It is Wednesday. It's midweek. It's midday. So to that, I say, good no. What do you know? Blummel's defense lawyer. On Esther checks in and says Hoya to Rob's auntie. Ding dong checks in. Ding dong, Mrs. Clyde, Mrs. Clyde, Mrs. Cyke. Hey, Hoya, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Scott, yeah, we're doing a little programming change on Replayables. Typically, I'll talk about all Wednesday about how it's midweek freaks. We're going to try to do it tomorrow because, as you probably know, that Perry Caravello Live goes on a lot on Wednesdays, and we hate competing against Perry and not being able to have fun in the fun over there, participate.
Right.
So we're going to try Replayables on Thursdays now. So check us out tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on 100 Proof Podcasting Channel. That's Chris Abel's podcast channel for Replayables. Oh, shit, says Blummel's defense lawyer. Oh, damn it. I missed the steel toe snipe. I don't really think it was much of one, Blummel's defense lawyer. Scott, did you happen to see any of that when Bob and OJ, I think it was Monday morning, they said they were going to wake up and do that OJ snipe show or whatever?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know about it.
Because so all the talk is now is that somehow all the talk Nick Rekieta somehow implicated it said that Aaron basically ate a load or whatever.
Yeah, I did hear something about that when I watched The Onion.
So everybody was going to tune in and snipe Aaron's Monday show to see how do you spin eating a load. Because, you know, he had the best mugshot in all of people that ever got mugshots taken, right? He was the best dressed guy to ever show up for his court case. So I figured he must be the best semen eater. But I guess he's still trying to figure out a way how to spin eating semen, Scott.
Jesus.
So he fell back on. Oh, there you go. So he fell back onto the old under a counsel of my lawyer. All of a sudden, now he wants to shut up. He didn't mind when he was letting little things leak out when he was having conversations about April and all that stuff.
Yeah. Somebody
I
probably
get sent to bed early for butt fingering in public.
Yeah, whatever that is. What was that, Scott?
somebody probably told him he needs to watch his mouth or something.
Well, because I think he's finally at a place where he can't eat something. He can't spin eating semen. So now he's just falling back onto I can't talk because it's legal in my on the Vice of Council and all that lame bullshit. So I don't know that it was much of a show that you missed there, Blumel defense lawyer, or if anything really came out of it, if you will. See what I did there? Hi-oh, if anything came out of it. Oh, I'll be here all week. All right. Block a friend, block a friend, says just a guest checking in. I resemble that remark. Let me see what I got here for you for that. I got that.
You heard a friend, a blocking man.
Who, me?
He kicks out people with
It's
just
an accident.
a hand. Hates avocados, ain't that grand. Blocking Buffalo got his brand.
We're going to have fun today, folks. What are you doing for the next couple hours? You got to hang out right here.
You see, blocky friend. He blocks the hate, the #1 fan.
It was an accident.
F Live, hear his plan. Blocky friend, blocky friend.
It was an accident. They shouldn't make it so easy to block people. Hoya from the twisted mind of Cyke Labs. It's Cyke himself. And just to get checks in and having fun with the Cyke Clyde emojis. You can too if you remember right here on BF Live. Oh, hey guys, says Chunk Squad checking in.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good, Chunk Squad. How you been, buddy? Let's see. Is he bricked up? Are we bricked up? Let me find my bricked up sound. Here it is. Now I'm firmly bricked up. How you doing there? Spermaholic, says Scott Fitzpatrick. Is that our boy Aaron?
Yeah. Whenever I was seen, and then lift off real, I seen Bob Levy in the orange riffing. I wasn't sure what if it made any sense or not, but I just threw that in there.
No, that was cool, and yeah, because I did play that as part of the opening liftoff reel. excuse me, call for a minute. I still have this thing, Scott, where I draw in some air and it tickles the back of my throat.
Yeah, mine's pretty well cleared up. My voice is still a little bit off, but.
I had my best sleep last night of all. Spermaholics, you say, yes. So they were trying to figure out if he was going to actually come on air and how you going to spin eating sperm. So let's see. Scott Fitzpatrick checks in and he says, Aunt Esther, Rob's aunt, Tiny Gatch, Blummel's, Ding Dong, Cyke, and Chunk, get in here. Come on.
We're doing it.
We are, in fact, doing it. Scott! There you go. Let's see. Come dumpsters, says Blummel's defense lawyer. On Esther Hoya from Rob Saul's pregnant Auntie's Tiny Gash. Live, Cowboys legend 27 Sports Talk Live checks in. Hey, thanks for checking in every day, man. We appreciate you always checking in every day. Hoya Brian Kowalczyk, I appreciate you checking in every day, bro. Aunt Esther says, Hoya to Mr. and Mrs. Cyke Clyde. Scott is getting a shout out from Cyke Clyde right there. Psych. There you go. Aunt Esther's getting the love right back from Cyke Clyde. Bones up. There's your boy, Matt in the midday, BF, and the midday freaks. The prop master is walking. How you doing? You're still taking it easy on your walking videos, right? You said you don't want to push your luck late at night, right?
Yeah. I've been kind of adjusted my time a little bit, and then I'm still doing them, but kind of different environment. I like to be, but I do miss the having the town to myself. But
yeah. And then those other like 2 other crazy people that might be following you or something, right? So yeah, it's good to change up your pattern so they get, hey, that boy's gonna come walking by here again and right. Every time he does, you got to change up your pattern a little bit.
Yeah, used to. I wouldn't let myself get into patterns like that because they just will ambush you somewhere or something. But I did let myself get into. I was going to the same places, the same time every night, and it was just didn't feel right no more.
There you go. Change it up a little bit. That's good. Scott, you shouted out your boy brother Matt. He's your mod on the Scott Fitzpatrick page. And if you want to see some of the old walk-in videos, or maybe if Scott does some new ones, his link will be constantly running throughout the chat in this show as well. There's Cyke Clyde. I will always tell you to watch him. Rob Saul's pregnant on his Tiny Gash says, when can I be the special guest? We'll have to see. Hoya on Esther and Hoya Scott from Ding Dong.
Hoya.
Matt 666 from Cyke Clyde. Hoya to Miss Esther. Let's see, on Esther. Hi, Scott. Looking good, says Rob Saul's pregnant Auntie's Tiny Gash. Ooh, getting compliments.
Thanks.
Looking good.
Charity sent me something. He kind of, I guess he took a look back at he kind of follows me and stuff.
It creeps you. I know you're creeped out even saying it. I can tell.
He looked back at some of the pictures, which I've been making clips I've seen over the last few months. My weight, I could see the weight change, the weight difference.
I had a fit. So now he's time lapsing you, huh? Now he's giving you.
He told me to keep it up, and
that's
words
cool.
of encouragement.
Terry needs he's a fun guy. Now, I don't mean a bacteria or anything. He's a fun guy, and he takes the stuff that you do. You don't even realize he's doing it. He's watching our shit, and then he's thinking about other ways of kind of messing with us and using our own stuff against us, right?
Yep.
A lot of fun. Shout out Terry Nee. Good afternoon from Spawn, BF, Scott, and everyone. Hoya, Spawn, what's up, man? It's Wednesday, man. We're doing it. Chunk Squad is laughing, which is good at some point. WTF is a good thing. There you go. Chunk is laughing. Spawn, Hoya from Aunt Esther. Chunk is bricked up from Cyke Clyde. Andrew, you do you, bud. Ooh, boy, Andrew does do him. I think I was digging through some files the other day, Scott, and I found like old elements or segments that when we used to do the horny wheelchair guy, right? We used to do that segment. And I love that so much because what we would do is we would turn it into like a sexy, I would do it now, the horny wheelchair guy. And then Andrew would come on and we would have him read word for word this hellacious shit that he would say to these women, right?
Yeah. It was like an alcoholic if they're drunk and you show him a video of himself and he would see himself and
the Nile is more it's more than a river in Egypt. Let's see. On Esther Hoya from our friend Spawn, Sean Riggle says, you're welcome. And we say thank you for showing up. He wants us to thank him for showing up. How you doing, Sean? Good afternoon. Psych Dude Dawn from Chunk Squad. Hoya, everyone from Tiffany, Washington. You get the kiss. You get the applause. Hey, Tiff. Good afternoon. It's midweek. It's midweek freaks right here on BF Live. On Esther says, hashtag Chunk Squad Hoya. On Esther also says, Tiff Wash Hoya. Matt says, Sean Riggle, bones up. Chunk Squad says, what up on Esther? There's the Stream Elements bots running. Iron Maiden on a Tuesday. That's cool. That's America, Chunk Squad. It was pretty good. Very, very enjoyable show, man. Ozzy had a big dude on stilts like that too, says Cyke Clyde. I'm trying to remember the big dude he had on stilts. That had to be a good show. It was good, man, because those guys, I mean, they're older and all, but they can still play their asses off. Nico McBrain or whatever, the drummer. Scott, his drumming is so effortless, man. He's like a big dude, But his drumming, like he's not one of these dudes that throws his body all around. He's hardly moving his body, and he was killing those drums last night, man. Like it looked almost effortless, like no body movement. I'm totally impressed when I see shit like that.
You got a favorite Iron Maiden song? Or one?
Ooh, man, you're going. Let me see. I'm waiting in my cold cell when the bells begin to chime, reflecting on my past life, and it doesn't have the time. You know what? Yeah, the gallows pole. Let's see. Let's see. The Chunks was, yeah, dude, you got to get them from the parking lot. The guys took them off the truck. I've always, like, Scott, ever since back in the day, I used to think about those logistics because I'm thinking if these brothers, they have to know somebody to palm these shirts off too. Like, if you don't sell them, it's got to be a loss, right? Unless you push them to another city. You got to, like, have, like, a whole network or something.
Yeah. I've never been that kind that can hustle that way. I just ain't got the skills to.
Oh, they do. Let's see. Yeah, they took it off the truck, says Chunk Squad. How am I supposed to smoke you, jagoffs? I know. Well, I took. So Scott, here's what I did. I took care of that on the walk to the arena last night.
Right.
So you know how you think your game is tight, right? I took one of those little short dog walkers. It's like a half a joint or whatever thing. Perfect for me from the where we went to the walk in the building. So I'm going in there and I'm thinking my shit is tight. It was windy. So I'm thinking, okay, it was all right. So you're laughing at me because it's all blown off of me, right? So we get in, we go up to the second floor. I go to order a beer from the guy standing on the side and he goes, uh-oh, somebody's been already smoking the wacky weed. I'm like, damn, bro. Yeah. I was loud, Scott, and didn't even realize it. Didn't even realize it until I got well in the building and the brother told me, but I didn't give a shit. Yeah, so you got a pregame, Chunk Squad, because, yeah, they take your lighters. They don't want you smoking in the building. All that bullshit. Oh, my goodness. Juggler Jen says, what up, Chunk Squad? Thank you for stopping by yesterday. Aunt Esther saying, Juggler Jen Hoya. Chunk Squad says, what up, Jen? Definitely. It was a cool time, and it'll probably be cool. Hoya gang from Dream Man checking in. Bones up, man. Bones up in 666. Let's see. Whoop, whoop, Juggalette Jen from Aunt Esther. Dream Dude, bricked up, and all kind of emojis. Smokes from Chunk Squad. Dream Man Hoya from Aunt Esther. Juggalette Jen does podcast says, yeah, there's a connection issue with StreamYard. She's talking about her show all the time. Let's see. Chunk Squad is getting the love from Juggalette Jen. Whoop, whoop, BF Live Stream Show from Juggalette Jen. Aunt Esther getting the shout out love from Juggalette Jen. And the Hoya. We haven't done a Hoya yet, so Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya?
Hoya, Dream Man on this great Wednesday. How's the weather where you're at, Scott? Is it getting cool and brisk now?
Yeah, I got to wear a coat when I do my walks. I got to have a coat now.
You almost sound annoyed about it, like I am, because I'm not a big coat guy either, right?
Yeah, I hate the winter.
I could hear you like, I got a coat. I got to grab a coat. Now I can, as soon as you said it, because I could hear it in you. Yeah, because I'd rather not have to deal with a coat or all that stuff and not have to admit that it's cold out, right?
Yeah, I just don't handle it well. I don't know.
I know. I try to once again, like most things, I try to ignore them and just get through them. Well, look who's checking in. This is Lou is an ogre that eats kids. And he says, Hoya, everyone. Well, hello. Lou is an ogre that eats kids. Good morning. That's an actual name on the screen, Scott. Yes. Yes, it is. Chunk Squad. Blue taking shots, boy. I caught a little bit of Joey and Lou before I started the show. And guess what? It was Joey arguing with the world. Had you never seen that before, have you? Since the last show. Here you go. All right. Aunt Esther says, Bobby Fran, much love. Thank you, Aunt Esther. Let's have fun, man. We're just getting started. This is just a chat family check-in. You know what's up. I don't know who Rob Saw is, but apparently he's got problems. Well, that's first of all, good for you.
I know I have a lot of gay tendencies, but
there's a little clue right there. And there's another thing.
I was raised by a gay man.
So that tells you all you need to know. Let's see. Chunk Squad says, you're lucky. Look, you're lucky, Chunk. See right away, Scott. He said, you're lucky that you don't know him. Yeah. Lucky.
Out of all this podcast world that we're in, all the ones that I have or haven't talked to, he's my least favorite, I think.
Yeah, he is. He really showed his true colors, or showed his ass, as my mother would say, right?
Yeah.
Didn't leave nothing for the imagination. He just showed everything. Widow Killer checks in and says Lenny versus Steel Toe. I agree with this. I suggested this last Sunday, Widow Killer. Lenny from Long Island, Scott, right? He famously drank his own brand.
Yeah.
And then now we have Steel Toe that drank somebody's brand. I don't know. But maybe I told Bob they need to have like a little taste off, like a little connoisseurs and all. Look at me coughing.
Man.
Give me coughing on that laugh right there. I'm learning Cyke Labs. Cyke says Chunk Squad. Angela Thompson checks in with deep thoughts for the day and says, we are a collection of experiences gathered over time in order for the universe to understand what it actually is. Well, that sounds like a more you know right there. Thanks for checking in, Angela Thompson. Welcome to the BF Live Stream Show. Chocolate Jen says, and the funny part is $89. She's always talking about business and making connections in my chat. Hello, his belly yearns for man jelly. I like that. He's talking about semen. Let's see. Shut up, Jen. She's checking in with another sub account. Filthy Jagoff says, I almost missed the check-in, but I'm bricked up. Get in here, you filthy animal. You didn't miss the opening chat family check-in. Dick Sucker checks in and says, Hoya, and I'm bricked up lady style. Bricked up lady style on this day. Scott is just like, he loves it. The fucking names and everything. You're not wrong, buddy. Bricked up lady style. I like how the lady, that's why I like doing a show for the ladies. I don't know if I have enough to do a for the ladies segment for the ladies today, but we'll see. There you go. What's up, Dick Sucker? There he is. Terry Nee checking in saying good afternoon, gals. That's our buddy Terry Nee. I don't know if you were at the beginning of the show, but Scott was talking about your kind of videos and how you show his time lapse of his progress as he's been doing his walk-in videos.
Yeah.
There you go. Dreamman666 from CykeCloud.com Nagger69 checks in and says he's laughing and he's bricked up. This is a good show, says .com Nagger. Well, hang on because you ain't seen nothing yet. Baby, Terry Nee, Hoya from on Esther. Bybee checks in and says, good morning, BF Scott in the chat. I thought you blocked him, Scott. I thought you wanted to block him.
Somebody needs to block him. He's a troll.
All right, we'll get around to it eventually. How you doing, Bybee? Good morning, good Wednesday. Let's see, Cyke666. We got the pickles up, and hey, Jen, LMAO. Chunk is bricked up. Terry Nee says hello, peace to Auntie Esther. Auntie Esther gives the love to Bybee and Hoya. FBI inspector, Dennis Rader must be around. FBI is here. Look out. Where's Dennis? Not OnlyFans Jen. Whoop, whoop, Bybee. There's CIA checking in. Me too. CIA is bricked up. Bybee, hello from our friend Matt. Hello, P-Cunt. Welcome back to BF Live. There it is. Central Intelligence checking in. I told you. I knew they were going to be around. Uh-oh. I hope everything's kosher and copacetic over here. What's going on, CIA?
I'm going to jail!
I hope not. Tyson versus Paul, Friday night BF. Yeah, Bybee. I did a little report on that the other day, and I was just looking at that earlier. I had that somewhere in my shuffle of news and all that stuff about, I know I had it in here. Yeah, Scott, were you here Monday when we talked about that? That's coming up this Friday?
No, I've forgotten about them guys, actually. I forgot about that fight.
Let me find my little preview if I can.
Friday, man. It's right around the corner.
Here it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, bro. And so everybody, this fight was originally supposed to go down in July, and then all of a sudden Mike Tyson had like some type of health issue, a heart palpitation, or something that his heart was out of rhythm. But yes, Bybee, this Friday, it's Wednesday, so it's good to remind people again in the middle of the week that this Friday, it's finally going to go down, Scott. After being delayed in July, it's going to go down live on Netflix this Friday. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Here's a little preview video.
Killers in the jungle. Run for them life.
There's never been a night this big.
Into the jungle.
This is Jake Paul.
This may be it!
Versus Mike Tyson.
I kill you. Mike Tyson.
This is the fight the world's been waiting for.
You better not come in, Mike, with that open stance like
Friday,
that.
November 15th, live on Netflix.
Yeah, you better not try that open stance shit against Mike Tyson. You coming in all like this, Mike will clock him. He will clean his clock. You coming in like that. That is some made for the commercial shit. Mandy Diff checks in, and she says, BF Live, Scott, Matt, on Esther, Rob, Dinkdon, Cyke, Terry Nee, Spawn, Bybee, Dreamman, Jen, Trunk Squad, and Tiffany. It's the resident fishing ants expert, Mandy Diff, checking in. What's up, Matt from Bybee? Hey, Jen from Bybee. Hit that like, says Mandy Diff. Lou is an ogre that eats kids, says Lou ended the stream. Beware, he's on the loose. Hope there is a safe place for the humans. On Esther from Bybee. Filberto P checking in, saying, hi, boss. Hey, Filberto P. Buenos dias, Filberto P. Five Finger Death Punch says, congratulations on becoming a mod for the BF live stream show. You were hand selected. I'm not sure who that's meant for. Have a good hump day. Well, let's do it. We are. We're making it, we're having it, we're doing it, and it wouldn't be a great hump day if you guys weren't here having fun with me. Filberto P is bricked up. On Esther says, hashtag Mandy Diff Hoya. The great Malenko checks in and says, meow, meow. Well, don't be a pussy, don't be a scaredy cat, get in here. There you go. How you doing, great Malenko? Thanks for checking in on the daily. Sexual Predator checks in and says, Earl Dub is a predator. Man, we got some names coming up in here today.
Yeah.
Jenny from the block saying, what the fuck, LOL. Lighters are necessary, Chunk. Bro. Like, I thought that was sacrilege, Scott. What you telling me I can't walk in? I'm a grown-ass man. I should have kept it in my pocket, Scott. I just put all my pockets in the little tray. I should have just took the chance and see if it actually went off when the metal detector and all.
Yeah.
See, so because mofos like blow up buildings and blow up planes and shit, I can't take a lighter into a concert like I always done. See? Chunk knows what's up. He says, allowed. It should be allowed, right, Perry? Should be allowed. It's gay if you don't allow it.
Shut the fuck up.
You would know. I would say. Granny checks in and says, whoop. Iron Maiden concerts are basically just pickleball tournaments now. What's up to the hardworking, funny Granny? How you doing checking in today, buddy, on this midweek? Matt says, can I play with madness? He knows what's up. Let's see. Granny is getting the love from Mandy Diff. Scott, as an original Northern Illinoisan, I'm looking out for my land of Lincoln brothers. Oh, man,
I appreciate it. Whenever I was walking the other day, I was thinking if I was just disappear, that it's not that I think Terry Nee would do it, but I would people should contact him because he would be the best one to know where I might be or where I disappeared from. He knows my routine, my thing, where I be.
He'd be like a tracker, one of those kind of professional paid trackers.
Yeah.
Yep. Chunk is bricked up, which is awesome. Hoya from Chunk Squad. Hey, everyone from Granny's checking in, saying hello to everybody. Granny getting the love from Juggalette Jen. My favorite Granny, says Juggalette Jen. Cyke says Red Rocks has a long walk up and a million stairs, so Wednesday be messed up by the top of the hill. LOL, mostly booms to get down. You can smoke urban Red Rocks with no issues. That's cool, Cyke Clyde. I visited Colorado many years ago, Scott, and I did get a chance to walk the stairs of Red Rocks. There wasn't any concert going on at the time, but when I was growing up, I remember, what was it, like Heart from Red Rocks or this one from Red Rocks? Like certain, I don't know if you remember that, but certain concerts or certain bands put out a concert specifically from that Red Rocks arena. It's all natural arena. It's basically like it sits in between mountains and all, and they have it's natural, almost like natural steps. So they kind of helped it a little bit and all, but yeah, it's basically just an outdoor amphitheater within the mountains. Really cool. Very cool. Let's see. So you can smoke out there. Granny getting the love from Cyke Clyde. Chunk says, I don't do actual walking anymore. I pay immigrants to push me around in a wheelbarrow. I don't know that what gets you around. I don't know what it does for your health, but that sounds like a good idea. Hey, Granny from our friend Bybee. Brian Kowalczyk says the 2024 version of the Coke Pepsi Challenge is come, says our friend Brian Kowalczyk. That's gross and funny. Cyke Clyde says Lenny did his drinking for a job though. Steel Toe did it to lose his wife. Bro, and they were describing how it might have ended up in his mouth, Scott. Like he might have been it might have been filtered by someone's crevices, if you will.
Oh God.
There you go. Exactly. Let's say we're not sure if he drank it right out of the dispenser, if you know what I mean. It might have went through a filtering process, if you will. Chunk Squad says Chris Chan starts drinking come online, and now it's a trend. Rob Saul's pregnant auntie's tiny guy says, so as a woman, men want me to swallow semen, but for a man, it's disgusting. Anyway, we all play a role in this game here. Rob Salt's breaking all these tiny gas. Congratulations on becoming a mod, Bybee. Bybee has been a mod, Jen, for months and months and months, and Bybee famously won his from Jake. See, she wasn't around for that, Scott.
Nope.
She wasn't around for that. Jake was coming in and out of the chat, and I was being a bro to Jake. I was trying to play the role like you do, Scott, where I'm like, oh, nothing bothers me. I don't have to react to everything. I can be the different guy. I can be Jake's friend, right? So I tried. I let him mod my channel. He came in and MF bombed everybody in the chat. And I gave him one warning, and when he came and did it a second time, I took it away, and I had a contest, and Bybee won that son of a bitch. Bybee won the Win Jake's Mod Wrench contest. So that's how Bybee got modded up, and that was a fun time. Let's see. Mr. Crow checks in. Mr. Crow and me. And he says, good morning, all. How you doing, Mr. Crow, checking in today? What's good? All right. Juggler Jen says, it's a matter of preference. Rob Salt's pregnant on these tiny gash. Ooh, you'll see. Mr. Crow, they're talking about eating semen. Juggler Jen, true. Oh, my God, they're really talking about it. Ha, 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 Jen says, Mr. Crow. Pecan says, hi, Bobby and Scott. What's up, Pecan? Strong piquant. Juggler Jen from Aunt Esther. I'm the 27th like, and I got you shared out publicly on Facebook, YouTube, and X. I might have to run an errand before the show is over. Thank you for aggressively promoting the show, Jen. Hope he bites another ear off. Ooh, that's what he wants to see. Think he's going to bring that old thing back? Mike's going to bite an ear off?
I don't know why I don't like that Jake Paul. I don't know. I don't have a good reason, but I never have liked him. I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm really hoping Tyson. I'm hoping this is a real fight and Tyson wins. Of course, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think this is the definition of waking a sleeping giant or something like that. This is the definition of that, buddy, because I think to Mike Tyson, he has trained this so many years, Scott, that this becomes a reflex for him. You know, I don't think he has it in him like to pull a punch back or anything. I think once you wake this guy up, his competition, he's going to just come for him, Scott.
Yep, muscle memory.
Muscle memory.
He ain't your average 55-year-old, whatever he is. What is he now? 50.
Yeah, he's like 57, 57, something like that. Yeah, he's right up there, Scott. Yes, absolutely.
He's not your average mid-50s. He's not your average guy.
He is not. He is not. You're waking up a guy who's not the average mid-50s shape guy or mentality guy, and you're waking up a sleeping giant in that you're waking up all of these old kind of habits in him that it's going to just come back like muscle memory, like you said to him, and he's just going to turn into Mike in the ring. But we're going to find out this Friday on Netflix. I think it's 8:00 East, Scott. I'm looking forward to that. Ain't too many things I look forward to watching live nowadays.
I mean, I hope it goes more than 30 seconds, but
yes,
wouldn't mind if it goes.
Well, you know, it probably will, Scott, because we didn't pay $59.99 to see this, right?
Yep,
because when back in those days, we'd pay $59.99 to get it on pay-per-view. You figure out all your problems with the cable box. You sit down with your popcorn and your beer and everything, and the goddamn fight would be over. Like, we go, literally, there were multiple times where I go to put my ass cheeks on the couch and the fight was over. Like if you missed the first round, you missed the fight. I'd be in the kitchen, be smoking weed, doing whatever. Fight is done. You did what? No, and so you just end up having to have like a Mike party the rest of the night with no fight going on because that was like you know. And then they finally got a little smart and they had a couple undercard stuff, but you know nobody really watched the undercard stuff. But yeah, once Mike came out, it was done. I can't wait for my man, says Rob Salt's pregnant on these tiny gash. Hey, Mandy from Bybee. Juggler Zen says, girl, you know I love the ladies segment on Esther. I don't want to miss it. Uncle Jack checks in and says, ¿Qué pasa, mi hermanos y hermanas? That means hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Uncle Jack, my bilingual friend? On Esther checks in and says, Tyson is going to whoop that white boy's ass. Oh, my goodness. There you go. There's a... You got a prediction?
I'm just hoping it ain't like Tyson just gets manhandled, man, and just gets beat and he keeps hanging on through the rounds. But I just hope it ain't something sad like that.
Yeah, right. You definitely hope it ain't sad for Mike. I think the biggest difference might be the cardio, Scott, because like you said, being a 50-some-year-old man, I don't know how much as far as cardio if they're going to go 8, 10 rounds or whatever, if he can go that. But I think, like I said, I think you're waking a sleeping giant.
I say less than 3 rounds.
Less than 3? Okay. I don't even know like any of the specs and all that stuff. I know they had to agree on a certain glove a couple months ago They had to agree on what glove it was going to be, and there was some talk of headgear at one point,
No.
Scott.
Yeah, I don't want no headgear on.
Cuando Tio Jack, says our friend Chung Squad. Lou is an ogre that eats kids, says Lou stole Christina C's lighter. Bring your cigarette lighters. Uncle Jack getting a shout out love from Mr. Crow. Aunt Esther says, I know that's right, girl, juggle that Jen. Lou is an ogre that eats his kid, says, what did he do with the light? He ate it. Hi-yoo. Aunt Esther giving a hashtag love shout out to Uncle Jack. Cyke says the stairs in the amphitheater are crazy, but there's like 150 stairs up from the parking lot to the bottom of the theater. It sucks. Nick said it was on purpose. However, he ate it. It was on purpose. Ugh, yeah. So, because some people said it might have been like a dare, truth or dare, or like a sick Russian roulette or something like that.
Fucking weirdos.
Nick said Aaron was never near his dispenser and he didn't eat it out, but did taste it on purpose. Oh shit, it's getting a little too graphic here there, Scott. Matt checks in and says, brother, Jake is a good egg. He means well. HWO.
Does the best he can of what he got.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, by the way, shut up, Mike.
Oh, shut up, Mike.
By the way.
Chung Squad says, I'd like Mike to grope Jake Paul on stage. I don't want to even see a fight. I can't stand Jake Paul. So here you got another friend right here, and that he don't really care for Jake Paul either, Scott.
I don't know. I don't have a good reason. I don't know nothing about him really.
Well, a lot of people hate him because they just him and his brother just became famous for being like assholes on the internet, right? So a lot of people resent that he's getting all of these opportunities just because how they can't become upon fame. And so now I think people are, every time he succeeds, people are kind of starting to root against it.
But he has gotten farther than I would have expected for a
Agreed.
person.
I thought that a lot of this fighting all these kind of ex-fighters and everything was just going to be like a kind of circus shot in the pan thing. But once again, like I said, other than knowing him from YouTube and all, I don't really give. I respect what he's kind of done with his fame, I guess, more or less, Scott. You know,
made the most of it.
What's that?
Making the most of it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that's the part that I can respect the most out of this. But it's going to be interesting to see, and we're definitely going to have some fun talking about it Monday afterwards. Let's see. Rob Souls breaking down all these tiny guys says, is Stuttering John the same age as Mike Tyson? Yeah, I think he is about that same age, Scott. I think he is kind of almost 60, right?
That's what I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that is true. I could take Mike Tyson, no problem. Matt says, Cyke, that's very similar to the Hollywood Bowl. It's a steep incline walk up the hill from the bottom of the parking lot to get to the entrance. More stairs. Y'all going to get your steps in that day, boys. You're going to get your steps in for sure. Tyson has muscle twitch strength that is devastating to most humans. I agree with that, Terry Nee. Like we talked about, Scott said it perfectly. You're waking up muscle memory. You're just waking up. Like, I remember when Customato was like training him and shit. You're waking up literally a sleeping giant. I really think you are. Let's continue on here. Let's finish up this chat family check-in because we got the BF Live other news we got to get to. We have our miserable news history moment. We're going to do Soulful Horoscope Readings and have a lot more fun, folks. So let's get on to it. On Fight I just bought a cable box from Puerto Rican on a train for $50. And then you get all of them for free. Mike Tyson is 58. Our friend Bobby checks in and letting us know. I thought we were within a year of being right about that, Scott. He's like 58 years old.
Started very young.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He started junior boxer and all that stuff, and with Customato training him. And so this is going to be, I mean, I got to say, I haven't really been this excited for a boxing match specifically, Scott, in a long time.
Yeah, me neither. I can't remember the last... Maybe I can't remember. Maybe Oscar De La Hoya is the last time.
There you go. Jack gets the shout out love from Cyke Clyde. Terry Nee says Uncle Jack is bi. I knew it. Hey Jack from Bybee. Yes sir. If I can't find sex, I'll buy it. Hi-yo. There you go. I see what you did there, Jack. You'll be here all week. There you go. There, the devil horns going up. Terry Nee's laughing at that. Tukis checks in and says, FJH with gaseous remains. What's up, Tukis? How you doing, everybody? Chunk Squad says, what kind of truth or dare? What the fuck is going on? That's not a truth or dare game. Talking about eating the semen game. Let's see. Hey, Jack. Chunk Squad is laughing. Terry Nee said, Jay could benefit from a shock collar. That is true. He could benefit from one of those. Let's see. I don't have that ready. Let's see. Jack is getting the last from Tiffany Washington. Terry Nee, we all would benefit from that. Hey, Tiffany from Bybee. Chunk Squad says he didn't even have to drink to come to get famous. Right, like Lenny did. Hey, Bobby from Tiffany, Washington. Uncle Jack getting the love from shout out Mandy Diff. Lou is an ogre that eat kids says Mike Tyson is going to chew him up. He's going to tell him. That's what our friend Brian Kowalczyk was hoping for. That was just like desperation at the time, Scott. If you remember that, the Holyfield, right? We all remember that, the biting off of the ear. That was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I guess he said he was getting headbutted or something. That's why he bit him.
Well, because at first we thought, okay, we heard that he bit his ear. So, okay, bit it. But then when they showed it, could not believe to the extent that he like literally bit into his flesh, bro.
I believe he left it. He didn't have his ear fixed. He left it just for.
You left it all gnawed up like a dog, like Mike Tyson chewed on it. But to me, Scott, that was the aggravation that was built up at the time. Because if you remember, he had so much tumult going on in his life with his Robin Givens marriage and all that stuff. Like everything, his world seemed to be crumbling around him. Yet he was still going through the motions and having these fights. And I think at one point, he wasn't really trained up to the level he needed to be with all his distractions when he fought Holyfield. And I think out of just pure aggravation and didn't know what else to do, he ended up biting his ear off. That's the way I took it at the time. It just seemed like that Mike was kind of at the end of a particular road when that kind of happened.
Yeah, you got used to being able to walk through people, and then life just got him. Yeah. I think that's what
all that stuff caught up to him. Don King, Robin Givens, all the sexual assault charges and stuff like that.
White Tigers.
Yeah, he got a face that I just like to punch, says Chunk Squad about Jake Paul. We got, hey, Mandy, let's see if we can get through some of these because we got some other fun stuff we got to get into. Pete Cunt says Jake Paul is a punk ass. There you go. Rob Saul's auntie, Jack doesn't know what sleeves are, Tiffany Washington says. All right, well, I think it's just in time. It's the 1 o'clock hour. We put an hour in, so we're done an hour. Let's get on to some more fun, folks. That was awesome. Great to know what everybody's up to and what everybody's thinking, but that was the opening Chat Family Check-In.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
There you go. See, it really is true, folks. Time does fly when you're having fun. Shout out to the 25 or 30 of you hanging out for the most fun anyone can have in the midday. The BF Live Stream Show, 185, 15 shows to go until we make 200. Tomorrow we're going to have a special guest on, Tom Dreesen. I'm just loving doing this and having fun with you, and we're going to keep doing it. Uncle Jack says it's no sleeves today. Of course today. They just got no sleeves any day. It's a gun show every day on the Uncle Jack Shack. I don't even wear sleeves to work, LOL. Terry Nee says, my German Shepherd is watching your tools with loving eyes. Is that so? I don't know. What do you think about that?
I see nothing. I know nothing.
All right. Well, there you go. I'm not those kind of German Shepherds. All right, Scott. Well, we already did an hour of the show, and it doesn't feel like it, man. Time flies because we're having fun on a Wednesday, man.
Sure does.
All right, man. Well, we got some stuff to get into. We're going to get on to the news. We'll do the miserable news history that we tack on at the end of it, and we'll see what the stars have in store for us with the Soulful Horoscope Readings, all the fun stuff we like to do here in the midday on BF Live. So I think it's about that time. I got those easy casters on the desk now, so I can move it easy if you don't have time to help me. But either way, I'm going to make my way and do it. I'm going to shift out the desk. I'm going to put the news desk in, and we're about to roll into the BF Live other news or the BF Live not so serious news. Let's see what's going on with the news today, folks. That's right, I'm over here now. Uh-oh. in the BF Live news studios. I'm going to bring you a couple stories that we can discuss at length. Roll them if you got them, says Dream Man. There you go. That's right. We don't judge here on BF Live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you might happen to be joining us from all around the world. You do you, and enjoy these stories that I have for you in the BF Live other news or not so serious news. If you're having a drink, having a smoke, having your lunchtime snack, whatever it is you're down with, thanks for joining us here today on BF Live. All right. And my first story I have for you, folks, this is kind of an interesting one. You don't see this every day for sure. So that's the kind of stories I like bringing. Let me make sure I got to open up all the way. There it is. And I will bring it to you. My first story today, folks, involves, like I said, this is other news, not so serious news. This one says, Scott, that an iPhone is stuck under ice becomes the ice skate rink attraction. So you've seen, I've been to a couple hockey games and they make the ice for the hockey and you see like the writing and all that stuff underneath. I often wonder, like, do they paint that on? Is it decals or whatever? But I know how this phone got here. Check this out, Scott. A seasonal ice skating rink in Milton Keynes, England has been getting a lot of attention because of a bright pink iPhone stuck under 2 inches of ice. It says, I got a picture too. Skaters at the Willen on Ice skating rink in Milton Keynes will sometimes stop in the middle of the giant rink to stare at something under the ice. A bright pink iPhone. It has become sort of a tourist attraction after the BBC and the other UK media outlets reported about it online. Apparently, one of the workmen setting up this rink this year lost their smartphone and had to borrow their daughter's iPhone for the day, only to forget it in the middle of the ice rink right before it was flooded with water and frozen overnight, Scott. So this ice worker not only is it not his phone, he borrowed supposedly his daughter's pink iPhone. And it got stuck in the ice. It says the next day, some of his co-workers spotted it while inspecting the ice, but they could do nothing but laugh at his misfortune because as damaging the ice was out of the question. So there's a picture of it right there, Scott. It got trapped under ice. Trapped under ice.
Yeah.
Trapped under ice. So that's an iPhone trapped under ice. It says it wasn't until later the following day that one of the teams spotted the object in the middle of the rink, and on closer inspection, we could see it was Steve's daughter's iPhone, said Rob Cook, director of Ice Leisure, the company in charge of setting up the ice rink. Unfortunately, there is no way we will be able to get the phone out of the ice now. If we were to dig it out, it would affect the structure of the ice, so it'll remain entombed for the next 2 months, Scott. I thought like sometimes they set this up and down for the weekend, but this is 2 months.
Yeah,
So
I
his
didn't
phone-
know. I didn't know. I guess you get the Zamboni who comes out and smooths it up, smooths it over. But I didn't know that. That had to. I figured you could just dig it out and put some water back on it and let it freeze. And I guess it don't work that way.
And I've certainly because we have an arena here that kind of flips over from one event to the other, and sometimes they have to melt the ice and take it out. So I know that it can be done within a matter of a day or two, but for whatever reason, I guess they had so many events coming up that they said they weren't going to be able to get it out for 2 months. It goes on to say that chipping the iPhone out of the ice would ruin the smooth surface of the rink, and refreezing the entire surface of the ice would be too expensive and time-consuming to even consider. All the forgetful workman could do was tell his daughter the truth and that her replacement phone, until it got a replacement phone. There it is right there, Scott.
Well, would it still work? It probably wouldn't work, would it?
Well, that's the curiosity, and I don't know if that was ever found out in this article, but yeah, because you know that they can be, some of these phones can be resilient underwater. They can make it so. So, of course, his daughter wasn't happy about it. So there it is right there. I thought that was just kind of an interesting, quirky story you don't hear about every day. In my first story in the BF Live. Other kind of news, or not so serious news. You know where to go to get all your serious news. I think he's checked in. I think we got a friend checking in. It is Flex 316 checking in from down under. And that's why I say BF Live is worldwide. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to Flex 316. How you doing there, buddy? You're ready for the second story in the BF Live other news. Scott, we talk about food almost every day on this show, right? Talk about donuts and cupcakes and all kind of stuff. I want to know if you would eat this, buddy. A 77-year-old slice of Queen Elizabeth II's wedding cake sells for $2,800. 77 years old, Scott.
Oh.
Look at this thing. 77, and it's sold for $2,800. It says, a 77-year-old slice of cake from Queen Elizabeth II's wedding to Prince Philip was auctioned for $2,800. The slice of cake was packaged in a box bearing then Princess Elizabeth's silver insignia and included a printed letter from the bride and a decorative doily. The piece of cake had been given to Marion Polson, housekeeper at Holyrood House in Edinburgh, Scotland, as a gift from the royal couple. The auction house Riemann Danzy announced the piece of cake, part of a 500-pound baked dessert served at the November 20th, 1947 wedding, was auctioned for $2,831. So I guess it's really never meant to be eaten, Scott. It's just more of a collector's item, right?
Yeah. And considering that, though, I guess that's decent price.
I guess if you're in the market for something like this. Flexi getting a shout out love from Cyke. Good day, Cyke from Flex316. On Esther shouts out our friend Flex316 from Down Under. Flex316 shouts out on Esther right on back. Cyke Clyde says, you can dig down, but not all the way down like that. Ice engineers in the NHL are doctors, bro. Our friend Cyke Clyde and resident hockey fan and expert lets us know that, Scott. Yeah, apparently it's not just as easy as like taking out a nice perfect square. Right, I would have thought that too. Like, couldn't they just take out an oversized square, fill it with water, and kind of get close? But apparently that's a no-no, Scott.
Yeah.
Guess it messes up the surface too dramatically. So I don't know if anybody's down with some cake. I'm not paying. I mean, this is obviously a collector's item. We saved our cake from my wedding for like 1 year in the freezer, and you're supposed to eat it on the anniversary year. And we kind of tasted it. It was horrible, Scott. It was horrible.
I'm sure it would be. Yeah.
So you got to imagine that a 77-year-old piece of cake would be horrible. P. Cunt checks in and with the accurate says, "What a waste of money." You're 100% right about there, P. Cunt. All right, well, let's see what other stories I got for you. All right. So, Scott, I always talk about we got Cyke Labs and we got plenty of talented people in this community, right? But also a lot of our people use a lot of AI, like our friend Cyke Clyde uses AI. AI is in our life everywhere, Scott.
Right.
Have you used AI a lot yourself? Have you done like music with your videos? Have you find yourself using any AI at all yet that you know of?
No, I mean, I don't know how. And
yeah.
But if I did know how, I'm kind of I can see good from it, but I also kind of don't like it. I think it takes away from the human element out of making a song from scratch, say, or it's too easy. Too easy. It's just too easy. How do kids in school now? I guess they can get. You don't have to make up your own book report or whatever no more. I guess, do you?
Oh, I passed by an article that I didn't pull that says a teacher had to discipline like half of their class or took their grade away because they used Chat GPT on their test. So basically you ask the answer in Chat GPT, what is whatever test question I have, right? So half of the class used Chat GPT. So this is a problem, Scott.
If I was technologically savvy and I had it at my disposal, I would be, my book reports and everything would be.
Yeah.
Well,
so the people are using it for everything. And shout out to our boy Space Chief 75. He hasn't checked in, man, but he's fighting the good fight against AI. And I think our friend Hackride made a point a couple months ago that says at some point he believes that people are going to want human art more because it is more rare. It's going to be more rare. And he likened it to vinyl records. Like people are going to want the OG shit, Scott. Yeah. I think that's a fair point.
You don't have to listen. You don't really have to learn them how to play an instrument no more like we used to. Now you just punch in some keys and get an E chord or whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I'm going to do a little show you a little article about some AI after I catch up on these chat messages. It says, so this lady worked for the royal family who have lots of money. Here's a piece of cake. Hope you saved it. There you go. Here's a load. Hope you saved it. That reminds me of that Seinfeld episode with our friend Matt. Cyke Clyde checks in and says, even when players dig skates in, they have to water bottle fill it and brush it. The snow scrapings. Yeah, I do see that. Some of these referees are kind of like ice masters, Scott, because these guys will get like a good dig in the ice and they have to scrape it with the water bottle, spray some water on it, rub the water bottle on it and kind of do like a on the spot repair, buddy.
Right.
So they do that. Terry Nee says, cake. Let's remember cushions from Canada. Or I think we're brought to you. Hold up.
Rochester, New York, Dablecon 2. Help you out there.
Whoa. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's all relative, says Terry Nee. All right, well, let's continue with this because we talked about AI. AI is prevalent in our lives, and you make a good point that AI isn't exactly the same as the human experience. But I do have a report about AI, and for more of that, let's take you over to the Bikini Report about what's new with AI, about a new AI drawing, Scott, that was sold at auction. Check out this information about AI art.
A painting by an artificial intelligence robot just sold for $1.3 million. This is pretty wild. Ada is a humanoid robot and used AI to analyze photos of Alan Turing, the famous mathematician and computer scientist known as the father of artificial intelligence. Ada chose the style she wanted to paint in and used
So they made like an AI robot, and it actually is like a physical manifestation
AI
of
drawing
her.
and painting algorithms to move her robotic arm to create 15 actual acrylic and oil paintings of Turing. Each painting took up to 8 hours. Ada then chose 3 of the images to be scanned and uploaded to a computer. The final version was assembled, and then a 3D textured printer outputted onto a canvas. Ada then finished up by adding more marks and texture. The painting, titled AI God, was put up for auction at Sotheby's digital art sale in New York, where it was expected to sell for a couple of $100,000, but an anonymous buyer ended up paying that whopping $1.3 million.
Wow.
This all raises the question, is art created by AI really art that'll stand the test of time, or is this just the next NFT and the buyer got ripped off? Tell us your thoughts in the comments, and remember to follow the all-human Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
All human for your ass Bikini Report right there. So there you go, Scott. That's kind of the story. Like it's AI art, $1.3 million for artificial intelligence art piece, Scott.
The name of it kind of gave me the creeps. The name of the painting.
Yeah. Was it?
Something about being AI God or something to that order. Is that at what point does AI and the robots and everything get so advanced that it decides it doesn't need us unpredictable humans no more?
Well, and that is the ultimate fear, I think, out of a lot of people, is that AI eventually isn't going to need us, and it's going to start acting independently and basically, no, you can't unplug this machine. No, I will kill you. Don't touch. Yeah, it's going to like take over the world. That is kind of the ultimate fear, that if the ultimate end of AI will be like superior thinking. If it continues to think and progress on its own, it's going to outthink us one day and possibly rule us. That is the fear.
Terminator.
Get to the job. P. Cunt says AI art is not really art. So there's an opinion right there. And so it's interesting how they said the input and all, they like input certain, kind of like the music, I guess, Scott. You know, they input certain parameters into it, so the AI knows kind of how to go about its duty or whatever.
How does a person know though that AI did it? Like say I'm just going to use a name, Picasso.
Good point.
You know he does his paintings and he's good at, but then he gets lazy and just lets AI do it. How do you know?
Awesome.
What AI did? And
that's just going to be neat for like art collectors moving forward, Scott. I wonder like if we could like really look at that, if you're going to see like if it's too perfected, if the patterns are like too perfect, or you see kind of tendencies in it. I don't know. That's a really good point. Will you even be able to tell the difference if nobody tells you? And if you buy it for 1.3, are you going to go, this is just art, or this? You're going to say this is AI art, right? You're going to brag about the AI aspect of it, I guess. That's part of it. Interesting questions that we're coming up with. Damn, I didn't hear that story again. It's about art. Lou is an ogre that his kid says that's what Lou calls a snack. Interesting. I call it a snack. Where I got that one? Oop, son of a bitch. There we go. I was looking for my snack sound right here real quick. Here it is. There you go. Don's checking in. See? All of our friends are checking in on the midday on this Wednesday. How you doing, Don? Midday Freaks, what's up? Hey, Don from Tiffany, Washington. Spawn says AI maximum overdrive. Esther says hashtag Don and Hoya suckers. Good afternoon, Tiff, from our friend Don. Matt says you will be assimilated to the Borg. Let's see, that's Star Trek. Tiffany Washington says hi to Spawn. Rob Saul's pregnant auntie Tiny Gash says could change the tattoo industry. How about that, Scott? What if you were supposed to surrender your arm? You got to put your arm in this cradle, and this little thing robot goes along and just puts your tattoo on you.
Yeah, but there again, eliminates a human, the tattooist.
Bro, I could totally see that being a thing where you would like go in an airport or just go into a bar and they have a fucking vending machine to, bro, I'm gonna get a tattoo tonight. And you just put your arm in a sling, hit a couple selections, and that sucker, it's like putting a tattoo in your arm. Wow. Spawn says the humans are here. The humans are here. The humans are here. On Esther, you fish-eyed fool from Dawn checking in. Spawn says, hey to Tiff. My sister Kathy checks in and says, pros will know if it's a copy. There you go. He's waving to you. Kath, yeah, my sister thinks that the professionals will know. Well, you might make a fair point about that, Kathy, but is the average person going to know? Like Scott says, if you look at something on the wall, if that guy doesn't tell people that he paid $1.3 million for AI art, will anybody be able to go, hey, why does that picture look weird? You make a good point there, Scott.
Some songs are getting where I can't tell if it was real or not. Somebody could be able to cut an album and the band never exists.
Bro, you just hit on something where they're probably going to be like the first AI album. You know, I remember when synthesizers became a thing and they said, oh, that's not real music because it's not a real band or everything. But now synthesized music is kind of acceptable, sound effects and synth and all that stuff. But yeah, a whole AI album that with no one involved, where you just put the lyrics in, the parameters, and it does its thing, Scott. Very interesting. Have to see if that might be already out there. Hey, Kathy from Tiffany, Washington. Fee, fi, fo, fum. To Kathy. Don is still on hold, said our friend Uncle Jack. Watch it, sucker, Don. LOL, Jack from Tiffany, Washington. Blummel's defense lawyer checks in and says, Scott.
Hoya.
Belated Hoya.
Scott!
There he is. Good day, Uncle Jack, Don, and Tiff from Flex 316. Hey, Flex from Tiffany, Washington. Good day, Flex from Uncle Jack. Bobby F., I'm getting the love from Blumels. How you doing, Blumels? Are you on the train? Are you on the train in vain? What's good? Hashtag Kathy Linder Hoya from Aunt Esther. Flex, good day from Don. Tiffany Washington says hi to BDL. Blumels Defense Lawyer, good day to all. Hello, Tiffany from Blumels Defense Lawyer. As we continue on with another story in the BF Live Other News or Not So Serious News. The other day, let me say, I'm going to say, once again, it's another food element right here on BF Live. This, I don't know, I might could do this for a bucket list thing, Scott. Let me know what you think about this. This says, a very American mission. A Virginia couple looks to visit and eat at every Texas roadhouse in the United States. That steakhouse chain, Scott?
Yeah, I've had a similar goal at one point in my life to do this. I never got around to doing it.
What was your...
Just making a tour of all the little spider webbing myself out from my hometown and just kind of all the diners type
really?
of things. Yeah.
I like a good diner, Scott. They used to call them greasy spoons. You like a good old, just a funky neighborhood diner where it's just mom and pop making the food and all, right?
Yep. Or the like the steak and shakes, but they look like the old steak and shakes, like the 1950s or whatever. They what it's called, retro or whatever.
Retro, yeah. I love to find a good old, like forgotten hometowny diner that's been there for decades, and it's the place where everybody goes because they know that's the place where you get good breakfast or good food. I love that, Scott. I love finding just those good old town timey diners. Well, these people are kind of going different. They're going with the chain thing. Judy and Mike McNamara have been to Texas Roadhouse restaurants all over the country, including those in Montana and Illinois. And there's going to be watch when I tell you how many of them that there are. It says a retired Virginia couple is making rounds online as they set out to visit every Texas Roadhouse restaurant in the United States. I love Texas Roadhouse because when you go right in the door, they're cooking the rolls right at the front door. They have like the little window where you can look and kind of pick out your steak and all. But I love a restaurant where they take you to your table with hot rolls, man. It's really good. It says, although they have recently achieved viral fame, Mike McNamara and his wife Judy started the challenge back in 2003. So these guys have been at this for over 20 years. Wow. It says the couple is from Franklin, Virginia, about 44 miles southwest of Norfolk. They first went to Texas Roadhouse in 2003 when Judy's brother took them to one in Knoxville. After going to about 37 restaurants, Mike looked at the couple's credit card statement and started a spreadsheet to keep track. He said, since we're both retired at the time, I was like, let's see how many we can go to, Mike told USA Today. The couple went to nearly 100 restaurants total in 2018 and 2019. At last check, they've hit 434 restaurants, Scott. That's a lot of steak, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, my goodness. I thought we were going to slow down, but we're apparently not doing that, said Mike. There's supposed to be between 650 and 700 of these restaurants in the United States, Scott. So they got a ways to go. But they're over halfway through it. So we've knocked down a few of them. So there's the couple right there. And they just go around. I guess there's worse things to do for a bucket list, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
If you're retired, it sounds like I'd do it.
They just like the food. It says it's good food, he says. We don't like fancy food. We don't like what they call fine dining. It's just too rich, and it's not worth the price to start with. So there you go. So there's a bucket list idea if you need one right there. They're talking to the chef and the managers, all the different ones. But hey, if you got the time and you got the money, I guess there's worse things you can do with your bucket list than do that stuff. Let's see who's checked in here because we got some people checking in.
You mentioned you like in those places the rolls or whatever. We got a place around here. I don't know if anywhere else does this, but we got a place here that when you go, they throw them a good distance. They throw you the rolls.
No, I've never had the roll throwing.
You just kind of flick your fingers and they'll be, they'll be like 30, 40 feet back and they'll throw you a roll.
Wow, that's fun. That's an interesting angle. Blum's defense lawyer says, at the park, the train is in a couple hours. Well, enjoy your day at the park, man. We're still having some cool, brisk, sunny days here on the East Coast of the United States. G'day, Blum's defense lawyer from Flex 316. Lou is an ogre that eats kids says they have a virtual artist in Japan that's just a hologram. At some point, people might accept AI art as well. And, I always think about these things, Scott, because we talk about like what the past used to be and what the future is. But I think the thing that we kind of lose track of is that at some point, these things become the norm. It's only odd to the generations that existed before. But once you're a generation that didn't know nothing before this becomes the norm, Scott.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, I hate change. I don't
hate change.
Change is good and it needs to happen, but I'm the type of person that hates it. I don't like to see a building come down. Everything would be in the 1980s still if I had my way.
Yeah, but you're right. Change does keep coming, man. Change is the only thing that's constant in our life. Flex, good afternoon, sir, from Blummel's defense lawyer. Flex 316 lets us know that it's 5 a.m. here, mate. Yeah. I love good friends, and I really love friends that are down under at 5 a.m. in the morning, checking up with BF Live and hanging out with the chat family. Awesome. Great to see our friends from down under here. Black A Fran says just a guess. He's having fun with the emojis. Spawn says midweek leans and lock. The Packers money line is negative 260. The Colts is +4. The Navy is +5. Illinois -7. Oregon -14. For all your gambling facts, you can go to Spawn. Spawn says, I like when hot women lead me to my dinner table. Blummel says, damn, I'm jealous about that mission to go on all those Texas Roadhouse. Aunt Esther says, I work for Steak and Shake, and my mother works for Texas Roadhouse. I wonder if this couple has been at my mom's job. Well, Aunt Esther, maybe you have to check in with mom and let us know if they came by. Cyke and Aunt Esther from my sister Kathy. Texas Roadhouse is a decent steakhouse, says Blummel's. Blummel's also says, yeah, my bucket list includes eating delicious meals daily. I'm all in. Cyke Clyde says, well, it'd be kind of hard to do this if it wasn't a chain, BF. I get it, whatever. Sizzler's better than Roadhouse. Sizzler, man, that's going way back. The old Sizzler chain that used to be around forever. Get that cheap $5 steaks or whatever. Is Sizzler still around? My dad used to take me there when I was little, and I loved it. I don't know. I think there might be some extraneous Sizzlers here and there, but I don't know if they're like the chain that it used to be, Scott. Were you familiar with Sizzler back in the day?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that unless it's closing, I just didn't realize it. I think Stormy has one there where she lives. I might have ate there. I didn't like it. I just remember that.
I thought it was a cheap kind of a budget kind of quickie Sizzler.
Steak. Bonanza was the big one around here.
Bonanza, you're going Bonanza, and I'm going back further than that. What was that? Ponderosa. These have an old steakhouse. BF might be AI, and we don't know it. Wait a minute. That does not compute. Warning. That's not true. P. Cunt says, I think there's a Sizzler in California still, to answer your question right there. Flex 316 says the 80s was awesome as a teen. You're not wrong about that, Flex 316. And as far as music and culture and everything, Scott, my youngest daughter, I think, she's an old soul, no doubt about it. And she let us know, she's like, you grew up with the good music and good time. Like, she has a sense, like, I think if she was reborn again, she would want to be born back in the era that we grew up in, Scott.
Yeah, that was a blast. That's going to be the happiest. I mean, maybe everybody's childhood or whatever, but that's going to be, that's the happiest point of my life was in the 80s, man. Before the show today, I was watching about 80s hair bands and stuff, documentaries on it.
And what's so
80s.
And what's so different now, Scott, is that you can be firmly stuck in the 80s. Now with all of this internet and all this stuff that you can just put on your algorithm or put on your YouTube, and you can refuse to act like it's any other year than the year you want it to be, right?
Yeah, you watch old commercials and everything.
Watch old commercials, old TV, old music, and that's something that we just didn't have back in the day. You know, we had this collective kind of media where we all knew like the pop song of the day, and we all watched the same TV shows and stuff, and you kind of lived in the moment together, right?
Yeah, my parents, I got pretty lucky. My folks, I mean, lucky for some kids couldn't handle the freedom, but my folks gave me a lot of freedom. I was able to go camping, stay out all night whenever I was middle school, and God dang, I just forgot what I was going with the story. Sorry.
That's okay. Blum's defense lawyer says, I'm with Scott on the change deal, but it's father time is undefeated. Blum was checking in saying, all C's. Don't think about it too hard, Scott. It'll come to you when you're not trying. It happens to me a lot too. Nice Aussies are always cool, says Blum's defense lawyer. Flex, imagine in 20s. Whoa, imagine the 80s in the 20s. Yeah, if you're 20s in the 80s. Buc-ee's is on my bucket list. That's a big I had some family that was traveling around. It's kind of a chain of I guess truck stops or something like that. These big elaborate truck stops, Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
A lot of people
I remember I was going to say now another thing about the 80s, the time kids can't do what we did back then. They can't stay out as late. It's stranger danger now, and you know, but no, they can't have the same kind of freedoms we had to live like that.
Yeah, and
it's everything.
It's funny because you get older and then you hear that maybe back in the day there were that was that creepy guy down the street that you know always stayed away from or stuff like that. But maybe it wasn't as prevalent, Scott. But But you're right. You're not wrong with stranger danger and all that stuff. But you know, we were younger. I mean, we knew who like to stay away from. Most of us, if you were like street smart, you kind of knew to avoid situations like that. Let's see. Terry Nee says Bonanza and Ponderosa were great. Had no idea that it sucked. Yeah, when you're young, you don't know that it sucks till you get a little older and have perspective, right? Yeah. There you go. Hey, Mr. Crow from Tiffany, Washington. Blum's defense lawyer said, yeah, I looked up Sizzler. It's still around, but only on the West Coast and up in Western Canada. Blumels also says, I love watching 80s cartoons like He-Man, Thundercats, Transformers, and G.I. Joe, etc. It's awesome. The algorithm knows what I like. And Blumels, you're not wrong about that. I recently gave up the Sirius satellite radio because I enjoy the fact that YouTube gets my algorithm and I don't have to think about it, Scott. I just play shit and it plays stuff all interrelated to like what you like.
And I did at first when I found out about algorithm and how it was doing that. At first, I was like, I hated it because I want to be able to just randomly come up. But now, I mean, I kind of appreciate that now. It saves you time and shows you what you like.
Yeah, I was the same way now because I resented it putting things in my face that it thought that I liked.
Right.
I'm like, you don't know me. You don't know what I like. Yeah. But goddamn, boy, once you keep clicking and they narrow it down and they hone it in, it is pretty good. And you don't have to touch it. Yeah, that would have been fun. Hey, Tiff from Mr. Crow. Blumels is
other people's. I'm sorry about that.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I like to whenever you go to someone's house and see what their algorithm looks like, and it's also totally different than mine.
Yep, and that's getting back to what we said, that we don't even have the same collective media experience anymore, where we watch all the same shows and listen to all the same music. Now you can talk to somebody and they have no idea what's going on or what you're talking about because everyone's in their kind of own little world. Buc-ee's is crazy when you see one, like 200 pumps, chefs cooking bomb food inside, says Cyke Labs. I've had some family that's traveled and that part of their thing is they wanted to check that out. Everyone knows who the Chesters were in town. He's talking about molesters back in the day. Yes, Scott, and I think the Chester molester. And I think that, like I said, you know, you kind of knew, like, that guy, he shouldn't be around kids. Like, I'm staying away from him. He creeps me out whenever I'm around. You didn't like the way he looked at you, the Chester and the molester, right? Back in the day.
I was kind of lucky, too. My town was similar to, like, Mayberry, man. We didn't have too many villains that I know of. That's another thing, too. People more talk about it now more than maybe there was. Maybe that stuff was going on back then. I don't know.
Yeah, there was. I guess it was a little more shame or wasn't discussed as much. All right, let's see where we're at with the news. I have another. Well, somebody forwarded this to me, one of our chatters and all. You know, Scott, I was sick for a couple of days, legit sick, right? And Terry Nee has touched on this, but Terry Nee didn't send me to this. But there is a theory out there, mostly among women, I think, and some men. Even Terry Nee, I think, thinks this too. They think that men are turned into babies when they get the flu or something, right?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Okay, well, you meant to doing that. Well, I asked my wife the other day. She says I get cranky and irritable and all, but somebody sent me a kind of a little clip or a little segment that kind of depicts this. So I'll share this with you right now, right here on BF Live. We'll tag this on the end of the news. Let's see what this is about. The man flu is real.
Okay, son, everything's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna die.
Not if we can help it.
My head's so burning.
How did this happen?
He caught the cold off me.
Just don't think, do you?
I'm a bit confused. Hasn't he just got a cold?
For God's sake, woman, he's a man. He's got a man cold.
That's right. It's been the butt of jokes for years and years, but finally, the hotly contested issue of whether man flu is real or not has finally been verified. And depending on your sex, you're not gonna like the results. According to new research published in the British Medical Journal, the highly contested condition of whether man flu is real or not has now been settled. Canadian researcher Dr. Kyle Sue from Memorial University in St. John's published his findings, in which he states that there is evidence for the manly malady.
My review of all the current literature seems to suggest that men have weaker immune systems and women have stronger immune systems. So when it comes to common viral respiratory illnesses and the flu, the higher the testosterone level in the blood, the less of an immune response that occurs. So there's higher viral levels and fewer immune markers.
The assistant professor's findings go on to verify that men seem to suffer worse than women in cold and flu season, with epidemiological studies suggesting that men were more likely to be hospitalized and even die than their female counterparts. And despite receiving a few disgruntled emails from the opposite sex, most of Kyle's female friends have been supportive of his work.
You know what? All of my female friends have been laughing at this, and they've been, again, very supportive because they know that I'm not doing this from a misogynistic standpoint, and that, I'm just poking fun at the whole situation, while also presenting important and real research.
Well, if you're still not convinced, don't worry. Most Vancouverites I spoke to are not sure either.
No, not at all. I think it's just men suffering a little bit extra just for the fun of it.
Well, I'm not sure, but I do think that men are needier than women.
Well, I know that when I get sick, it's very, very serious. And so, yes, I do think man flu is for real.
So there you have it. Next time your man is collapsed on the couch or dying on death's door, take pity on the poor soul. He may be struck down with man flu. I'm Tom Walsh in Vancouver for City News.
Thank you, Tom. So there you go. So I don't know. Aunt Esther says, sounds like some bullshit to me. I think it's what it is that maybe men don't complain as much, and then when we do it, you really notice it, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think we put it off longer, but then when we fall harder.
That might be a fair point. Let's see. Plum's defense lawyer says, we die earlier because women kill us slowly with their emotional pain. Perhaps. Let's see. Scott, I have often pondered, why do women live longer than men? And one of the biggest things I walked away with noticing with my wife and stuff is that they go to the doctor more, bro. Like something that simple, right?
Right.
So I have stopped resisting, resistance is futile anyway. When my wife suggested I go to a doctor for a checkup or something, I'm like, you know what? I stopped resisting it. I'm like, I think this is why women live longer, because they don't fight about going to the doctor and all. So trying to be more like that.
When I think back on it, I'm a puss when it's sick, and it's nice to have someone to help you, bring you some juice or whatever.
Yes.
And then I'll milk that and abuse it probably. But I can. My mom, and I guess women do kind of power through the sickness when they have to take care of the kids still, and they're sick, and
there you go.
I think women are maybe
they are. Sue Man Flu says Articulate John checking in today. Boo, says our friend Don. He ain't buying this shit. Great segment, says Rob Saul's pregnant on these tiny gas. Bro, you got Brovid-19, bro. Says Articulate John. You got that Brovid-19. What's up? Oh. The man flu, LOL. A John, says Terry Nee. Blumel says, yeah, we tend to not ever want to go because we figured we'll just power through it and everything will be all right. And that's what I did last week, Blummels. And then at one point I had to accept that I could not do that. So that's the only time that doesn't work. Okay, we're having fun. We're doing this kind of news segment right here. But it is that time for our miserable news history moment. That's right. We take you back to the days of the Miserable Men Show. Today, we're going to take you back to June 1st in the year of 2008. And we're taking you back to the Miserable Men Show when Bob Levy was the newsman on Sirius Satellite Radio during that show. So let me cue this up for you. And I will let you... We will experience Bob Levy reads the news for our miserable news history moment. As always, folks, if you want to have a little extra fun with it, if you hear Bob mispronounce a word or two, go ahead and type it in the chat the way you think he meant it to say, or whatever you think you heard. Here we go, folks. Our miserable news history moment for today.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hi there. I am Bob Levy, and I'm here is my news for Sunday, January 1st, 2009.
2000 and what?
9. I'm just reading. I don't give a fuck. Shut up.
So he'll read anything. It says January 1st, 2009, and he just reads it.
Suspended talks with Iraqi government. Iraq's largest Sunni Arab political bloc has suspended talks on ending its boycott of the Shyt-led government due to dispute over which positions it would assume. The head of the bloc said Wednesday. The decision was a setback to Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki's effort to bring the Sunnis back into the political fold to shore up recent security gains. The next story. Dinosaur tracks found on Arabian Peninsula. Scientists say that they found dinosaur tracks on the Arabian Peninsula preserved in rocks. At the site are the footprints of 11 small and large sauropods, long neck herbivores, dinosaurs that lived in Jurassic and Cretaceous period, traveling together at the same speed. A Yemeni journalist spotted one of the tracker waves in 2003. Annie Scope identified it as a footprint of an oomythopod, a large common plant eater that walked on its hind legs. It's an exciting find largely because it comes from a part of the world that is poorly known in terms of its vertebrate Mesozoic. Thank you.
Thank you. He does that and he says thank you.
I'm not finished. Record. Said Peter Mahavaki, associate curator of dinosaurs at the Field Museum in Chicago. This is part of the world with little body fossils record.
Thank you for the update, Boob.
You got it.
We got to give Shirley a round of applause. He picks the stories, doesn't he?
Well, no, Mike, here's how it works. Mike sends me an email of like 3 or 4 stories, and then I pick little parts of each of the stories and put them together. The one thing I do write is the stuff at the very top that he reads, and I always change that up because Bob, much like the movie Anchorman, will read anything you write.
Within reason. I'm just reading it.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
What year is it again?
It's 2008. 2008.
There you have it, folks. That was our Miserable news history moment. Tacked on the end of the BF Live other news or the not so serious news, folks. Okay, well, why don't we do this? Let's wrap up this segment because I know, Scott, we're probably doing a little dance in our chair because we are past halfway through a 3-hour episode of the BF Live stream show. And typically halfway through the show, which is at 1:30 East right here, we like to take a little piss break and kind of reframe and come back with the second half of the show. It's now 1:41 where I'm at on the East Coast, folks. So here we're going to do this. Let's tie this up with a bow. Let's wrap up this segment and work our way into the piss break. That was the BF Live other news or the BF Live not so serious news with our miserable news history tacked on the end of it. Let's get on with some more fun. Yeah, we're having it. We're doing it. We're going to wrap up this segment with a couple comments. We're going to do the BF Live piss break, which is well needed, and then we're going to get on to more fun. Let's see. I got Nori Al-Maliki on that one. Arvifithical blah says Blummels. Blummels at one point says, holy shit, I can't keep up. Arabians, Peninsular. I got Herbiverber. Skyatix, we got Cyke Labs, Peninsular from Blummels, Furberthers from Blummels, Yemeni to one sin in a tree, whatever that was, better rate. Scott Fitzpatrick seems to think that you've smoked too much today, and I'm overthinking. You got the brain farts all over the show. I don't think you're doing bad, buddy. Doing fine. Let's see. Hanging in there. Oh, you're not muted, are you? Let's see. Make sure you're not. No, you're not muted. Oh,
yeah. I got a little noise in the background. I was trying to.
Okay, that's all right. Now you're doing fine, buddy. Buddy, you only had that one kind of brain fart, and you remembered what it was live. Here's Dirky Threads. What's up, Dicky Threads? Dicky Threads got the Shyites, and that's all right. That was our miserable news history moment, folks. So let's do this. Just like I said, we are going to. Let me take this off of here. We're going to run the BF Live piss break. It's about 2.5 minutes, folks. So grab a drink, grab a smoke, grab a snack, grab a friend and tell them that no one has more fun than we do right here on the middays, right here on the BF Live stream show 185. So on the other side of this piss break, which is approximately 2.5 minutes, I got a lot more fun written down on the sheet. Whatever fun we can get to in the next hour and a half after that, folks. But right now, I think I need a piss break. Don't go anywhere. Come back, bring a friend for more fun on the other side of the BF Live piss break right after this.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
I'm back from touching said pee-pee for the second half of BF Live Stream Show 185, folks. How's everybody doing today on this Wednesday? It's a great day to be alive and a great day to be here, right here with you on the BF Live Stream Show. Scott will be back in a minute. Let's catch up with some of these chats, and then we'll get on with it. I danced along with Bobby for the piss break. All right, let's dance together. Thank you. Bobby has moves like stagger. Thank you, Blumels Defense Lawyer. Thank you very much. PP Stream 185, says Jerry Lahane. A long time chat family, bro. How are you doing this afternoon on this Wednesday, Jerry Lahane? We're kind of in the same area, buddy. It's kind of cool and crisp, but it's ideal for doing some fun stuff outside. Shout out to the 27 awesome people that are hanging out here in the midday for BF Live. Would you please kindly hit the like button on the way in, like, share, subscribe on the way in or the way out, wherever you happen to be watching today. You could be watching on my YouTube BF Live or BF Live on Rumble or on Facebook. Thank you all in advance. Scott will be back in a minute. How about we do this? We're going to get to the National Day calendar. I know we got to do that because there's always a holiday or celebration for someone or something. So let me do this. I'll run the element. It's only one. Even if Scott jumps in, he'll probably be back just in time by the time the bumper runs that we can get into it. Let's keep the train rolling, folks. Let's do it and let's get into it. It's time for our National Day calendar check with the National Day Hey Hey.
3, 2, 1.
Yes, it's a National Day calendar check. I like to check the National Day calendar every day because it's always a holiday or celebration for someone or something that we might not know about unless we otherwise look at this calendar. So let's look at this. Today is November 13th, midweek freaks. We're not waiting for the end of the day or the end of the week to have fun, folks. We're doing it right now. All right, let's see. We are, in fact, doing it. I want to remind you one more time that because I said midweek freaks, typically that would be a Wednesday show for replayables. But because we don't want to run against Perry and some of our other favorites, we're going to try another night. We're going to try tomorrow night at 8 o'clock East on the Chris Abel's 100 Proof Podcasting channel. That's the name for his channel, the new home for replayables. So check us out there on a Thursday night. Let's see how that goes because, we're kind of making our way to the weekend. You can't quite wait for the weekend. Let's see what kind of fun we can get into on a Thursday. I see Scott's back. So let me stop sharing this. Scott, we're just doing the National Day calendar check, buddy.
Okay. Took me an extra minute. I made me some tacos.
That's okay, buddy. I was just keeping the thing rolling and all. That's fine. Oh, now you got tacos, huh?
Yeah.
Yesterday you had a nice pizza.
Munchies.
You got the munchies. You always get hungry during this show. I appreciate you being here. Today, Scott, there's not much on the national calendar, buddy. That's kind of why I went ahead and did it. I knew you'd be back in time. It's National Indian Pudding Day is really the only holiday of note. I have never heard of Indian pudding, so it's fair to say that I've never had it, buddy. Indian pudding. What is this? Yes?
I've not either. Was that raisins?
I don't know. There's some shit in it. Looks like raisins and pecans. Let's read it. Yeah, I don't know what this stuff is, but that's why we do the National Day calendar check. It's National Indian Pudding Day. It recognizes a cold weather classic. On November 13th each year, serve up this traditional New England dessert that's sure to wow. I don't know. That remains to be seen. In the 17th century, English colonists brought hasty pudding to North America, transforming it. Although they initially made the pudding with wheat due to a shortage of grain, the colonists eventually used cornmeal. Since the colonists have learned to cultivate maize or corn from the indigenous people, the crop was readily available. The colonists derived the name for Indian pudding for their name for the cornmeal, Indian meal. Okay, we're learning that. They also replaced water with milk. For added flavor, cooks add either molasses or maple syrup. Other ingredients they included are cinnamon, ground ginger, butter, eggs, and raisins. Then they slowly bake the Indian pudding for several hours. Baking transforms the pudding's texture from the original porridge-like quality, often hasty pudding, to a much smoother consistency, which is more typical of a custard. Before 1900, most American cookbooks included a recipe for Indian pudding. By the 20th century, commercial puddings with an industrial, perfectly creamy consistency replaced the popularity of the Indian pudding. So it looks like it's just what they used to call that hasty pudding, Scott, but they added like different stuff to it throughout the evolution of it.
I don't think I'd try it. I don't think I like it.
It doesn't look like I'm not feeling this yet. However, during autumn holidays, Indian pudding, some restaurants serve the dish due to its fall tradition. Vanilla ice cream or whipped cream pair nicely with Indian pudding. So you're supposed to get Indian pudding today. I don't know if anybody's had it, but if you're curious, or if you're already down with Indian pudding, today is your day. Let's check the comments, and let's get on some other fun stuff right here. Let's see. We got the 185. Is Scott back late because he touches his pee-pee too much? I don't want. What about my father used to say, if you shake it more than 3 times, you're technically playing with it, Scott.
Yep. Same thing I heard.
Scott is taking a dump, says P. Cunt. Don't dox my boy's toilet habits over here. Maybe he did. Oh, maybe he did. And maybe he did. Rob Saul's pregnant auntie's tiny guy says, Thursday nights, I'm washing my hair. Don't care. Wash the hair. Flex316 says, it's nice. I guess he's talking about pudding. They put baby Indians in the pudding. Don't do that. Why would they do something like that? That's terrible. Let's see. Indian meal, also called Nick Ricada. Also called Nick Ricada for Aaron. He's talking about semen, folks. That's what he's talking about. There it is. LOL Cyke Labs from Flex316. Matt says the prop master pudding story on No Filter yesterday was a classic, Scott. Well, here we go. Maybe a day late, but what is I'll let you finish chewing your food while you process that question. I see they caught you right in the middle of the bite right here. But yeah, I'm definitely curious about seeing a pudding story.
I don't remember.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Isn't that something, Scott, how we do this a lot? We do so many shows, and sometimes you say things that are just off the dome, and they really stick with people, and then people will call you out on it like this, and you go, I don't even remember saying that shit.
I don't remember what it is.
Well, maybe if Matt reminds us what your classic pudding story was yesterday in the chat. And yeah, and it's funny to think on the fly, too. Like, you might have a classic pudding story, but you get here on front of these cameras, and for whatever reason, our brain don't quite work the same when we're on the camera, does it, Scott?
No.
You think of all the good stuff to say when we're not on camera, right?
Yeah.
Here he goes. Matt has it for you. When you went for the camera up the butt and you ate pudding.
Oh, yeah.
Camera up the butt.
I got it. I know what he's talking about.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah. I was pancreatitis. Had about usually affects people who drink, but there's a certain group that I guess that it just happens to, and so they need to put a camera in my mouth, down my throat, and in my backside.
You got the colonoscopy, right? The assoscopy, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
I had to go to a doctor, and he fingered me.
Hey, he checked your oil.
That was the first bad thing.
The doctor checked your oil.
I mentioned that because that's what set this series of events off. I wasn't bleeding before I went in there, but I was bleeding when I left.
Damn, that's not how this is supposed to work. That's not wow.
And whenever I was having the pre-exam, whatever they call it, I thought he was lingering. I thought he was lingering in there.
He was like, how long you need to be back there, guy? Didn't you see anything you need to see? Like,
yeah. So it was a bad experience, and then I had the appointment to. They give you this jug of stuff to make you clean your system out, which is diarrhea. And you can't eat for 24 hours. Ooh. Well, I had such a bad experience with that doctor. I was just saying, no, I ain't gonna let him do it. I'm not letting my rear end get touched no more. And so I was just going to do the throat one, but I didn't make up my mind on that until I drank half that jug. Okay, and you weren't supposed to eat. And of all things I picked to eat, man, I don't know why I did this. I picked out on chocolate pudding.
Pudding.
Right, but I was thinking that I wasn't going to have the camera in my rear end, so maybe the diet thing wasn't going to be a big a deal. They will never know. But what I didn't realize is whenever they put you asleep, I guess you lose kind of control of your extremities. And when I woke up, I felt something kind of wet down there, and I thought them motherfuckers touched my butthole anyway.
They shit my pants.
I thought they touched my butthole anyway. I thought I was feeling like Vaseline from it or something.
Right.
And then, so I ended up feeling down there, and it was doo-doo, baby.
Damn.
And a lot of it.
He woke up with a wedding ring on and doo-doo on it. Holy moly.
Yep.
Well, there you go. That is the story that
And I
Matt
ate
must have,
pudding.
that you were talking about. Wow, bro.
Pudding, of all things.
So you didn't get it for because normally guys our age need to get the colonoscopy to have your prostate health checked, but this was for a pancreas or another issue you're having, huh?
Yeah, it was a pancreatitis thing, and I don't know. I didn't go back.
Yeah, right. So, like most guys, it's an unreasonable fear about why they're not going when they're near 50 or something, why they're not going. But you could have a reasonable fear because of your experience about going for your colonoscopy.
In the mail recently, I was one of these shows, and I got in the mail where they want your poop samples or whatever.
Shit in a box, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Not a dick in a box. You put my shit in a box. Well, Jerry Lahane checks in and says, "We don't need no education. We don't need no bowel control." There you go. We don't need none of it.
It was so embarrassing. It was so much. Oh, and the bathroom wasn't in my room. I had to cross the hallway, go down the hallway in front of everybody. One of them open back gowns, and it was just a mess.
Got the air with the breeze. TMI says, Terry Nee, hey man, this is our health segment, Terry Nee. It's very important that we help guys live longer and tell our stories about getting our oil checked and cameras shoved up our asses. But there you go. Oh, look, see, Rob Saul's pregnant. Look, you're confirming it, Scott. Another whiny man segment. Son of a bitch. I guess it's true. Maybe the men were a little more sensitive about stuff like this, Scott. Well, there you go. I said we did the National Day calendar check. Let me cross that off. But it's time to feature the talents of the chatters in this chat, Scott, so you know what that means. It's time for
Cyke.
Cyke.
That's right. It's time for Cyke Labs content segment. The only show that has a dedicated segment for the talent of the twisted mind from Cyke Labs. Oh, I should be playing the sound for that. It'd be a lot more fun for you, wouldn't it? Well, we like Bob Levy, but Bob Levy likes something too. Let's play it right now. Bob Levy likes.
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend, the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face
Maximum
paint job.
volume.
What do you think?
All right.
I like turtles.
All right.
I like
you're
turtles.
great, zombie. And good times here at the Waterfront Village.
Bob Levy likes turtles. And we like Cyke Labs right here on BF Live. All right, we're just taking you back. I'll take like I always like to do. I like to go back the last couple days and show you some of the great stuff that's already out there from the twisted mind of Cyke Labs content right here. And then I'll kind of show you one of the newest pieces right here. And I will let you know once again that his link for YouTube, his YouTube channel is running throughout the entirety of this show. When you see it go by, folks, click on it so you don't have to type it in. Go over there, give him a like, share, subscribe, absolutely free, and watch a lot of this fun stuff at your leisure. Here's our second piece of Cyke Labs content right here on Cyke Labs content segment on BF Live. This is Bob Levy, special swimmer.
Hello, Victoria. Victoria Smith, you just won a gold medal. What is going through your head right now?
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I cannot believe I just won gold. What a gold since I found out about nationals. I've been training for gold, and I'm just so happy that all my training paid off. I not only went to my side of the skate, and I'm so happy that I showed up for this, and I said my site can compete.
Doy, Bob. You look a little
and that
doy.
people with my disability can compete, because no matter what your disability is, you can compete, and if you train as hard as you have, you can compete, and you can win gold just like I did.
And you did indeed. Congratulations. You are incredible.
Thank you so much.
And talk to me. Your family is here. What does it mean to have them here and share this moment with them?
It means so much. I can't believe I would not be anywhere without my family and without
flippers.
Their
Flippers. Gotta warn somebody when you're going to shake my hand with a flipper.
support with
Hey, seems like he's got a half a stroke behind or something.
out their love. Mom.
Doing the doggy
I love
paddle.
You, and
Yeah.
and I love you so much. Thank you for being my mom. Thank you for being my mom. I love you so much.
Well, we love you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Victoria. It's such a pleasure to be here.
All right, now get your flippers off of me.
Them other people must have sucked.
I'm telling you, man. She was probably tearing it up in that water. Or he was. There you go. It's our special swimmer. From the twisted mind of Cyke Labs. There you go. Our twisted swimmer right there. I like tardies, says Terry Nee. That's not what they're saying, Terry Nee. They're not saying.
I like turtles.
It's turtles, not tardies, buddy. This is just to be accurate on that. There's Durkee Threads Levy merchandise link running throughout the entirety of BF Live. Do you want a Fug Saw shirt? Do you want something that's Bob Levy or Levyverse? You can get it right there from clicking on that link for Durkee Threads. It's Dickie Threads as we continue on here with more Cyke Labs content. But folks, I do have to pay the bills. So let me take this little commercial break right here on BF Live. And then after this, back to more Cyke Labs content right after these messages. We'll be right back.
Do you need your voice to be heard? Do you want justice to be served? You deserve a lawyer who takes your case seriously.
Seriously.
And I'm serious when I say I won't back off until you get what's rightfully yours. Hi, I'm Campbell Alexander, and I'll fight for you.
When my father passed away, there was a big dispute over the will. I was left out in the cold. I really needed the money.
Mm-hmm.
Campbell Alexander helped get me the money I deserve.
They
And
were?
now, I'm living the life I always dreamed of.
I got to be honest with you. Over the years, I've helped thousands of clients win their cases. Not hundreds, thousands. That takes experience. Serious experience.
I was injured on the job. Can you get me a fast cash settlement?
See.
Yes, I care.
I don't want to be deported. Can you help me to get my green card?
See, yo puedo.
I'm a victim of medical malpractice.
Mhm.
Do I have a case?
Yes, you do.
Do I have a pen? Yes, I do. I'm Campbell Alexander, and I won't stand for injustice.
He's very thorough, very efficient, and he gets the job done.
Every human being on God's green earth has rights.
Mm-hmm.
You have rights. Serious rights. When the law puts up a fight, I fight for you.
Gracias, Campbell Alexander.
Two things are looking down. Look me up. I'll go to great heights to get what you deserve. I'm Campbell Alexander, and I'll fight for you. Seriously.
Seriously, fight for you, Campbell Alexander Levy. We'll fight for you, and we'll fight for your right to party right here on BF Live Cyke Labs content segment. But, you know, first of all, folks, unfortunately, I do have some more bills to pay. So we will get back to more Cyke Labs content, but I do have another commercial I got to play right here.
Mr. Plymouth Reel 520, commercial number 18, a 60-second wild nighttime used car. Take one.
Yes, you've seen it in magazines. You've read it in the newspapers. In fact, perhaps you've even seen the owner's picture. Ralph Williams, the owner of Bayshore Chrysler Plymouth, 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. You notice the big bald-headed son of a bitch? The man that came to San Francisco to offer them more for the dollar they spend. The man that came to San Francisco to rape each and every citizen in the whole San Francisco Bay Area. You don't believe it? Listen to me. I don't lie. Take a fucking car like this. A 1966 Ford, a Country Squire 9-factor station wagon. Don't worry about the equipment. Imagine all the fun you could have in the back. And while you're doing it, imagine all the money that bald-headed prick Ralph Williams is going to be making on the car he's trying to fuck you out of. Yes, the man that'll take every dime out of the San Francisco Bay Area and spend it on prostitutes, booze, and of course trap tables in the city of Las Vegas. I'm sure you've heard about it. So remember this. If you'd like to get fucked and hook real hard before you buy a car, come down here. Let Ralph Williams do it. Why not? Why not somebody else? Remember, our address is 345 El Camino Real in the city of San Bruno. But If you come from Marin County, East Bay Area, or San Jose, your money spends just as well as anybody else's. And when this bald-headed son of a bitch gets hold of you, you will spend money. Talking about payments, 5 years payments of $100 a month. You can't get even. So shop before you buy. Bayshore, Chrysler Plymouth.
Bayshore, Chrysler Plymouth. Turkey Threads points out that it even comes with Bob's Long Dogs. That's right. It comes with Dunda and Perry. That's what was so funny about that one, Scott. They made that one just chef's kiss a little better, that it has 2 German Shepherds on the hood of Bob doing an old commercial.
Yep. Let's look
awesome.
at the prices on those cars, too. I mean, they're ugly cars, but good prices.
Yeah, well, back in the day, that's what it was probably worth, but the same equivalent, tens of thousands of dollars in today's money. Cyke Labs says, I have a bunch of Bobby Ethier stuff coming, so insider tips. Well, look out. Well, it's funny because we had a comment up here. Let me see this comment that says, I would make the female Gina Levy. Well, I'm not sure exactly what you were getting at with this, if you're talking about Cyke Labs or Gina Levy. I kind of thought that's what you meant. But of course, the twisted mind of Cyke Labs already got to this. A couple months ago, Durkee, Gina was in the chat on the daily. Hello, Gina Levy. I think she's kind of back, and she kind of creeps in the chat every now and then. So welcome back home, Gina Levy, if you are in fact back. She kind of checks in on BF Live along with Bob. And she said, ooh, do me one day. Do me. And then I said, Cyke, she doesn't mean actually do you. She means a face swap. And Cyke Clyde, he obliged early on, and he came up with this gem right here. I'm going to show you right now. Here's a little bonus based on the fact that you want to see Gina Levy. She got what she asked for, folks. This was kind of creepy. We're taking back for a classic Cyke Labs bit right here. This is Gina Levy. You'll see. Here it goes.
Cyke, my man. Bob, I thought you don't email me, Bob.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck is that?
She got what she asked for. This was real early on when Cyke Clyde was doing his face swap game, and Gina got excited, and she says, do me. And so Cyke Clyde, she didn't give him any specifics, so this is what Cyke Clyde did. Stuttering Gina Levy. Oh, my goodness.
I thought you don't email me. Oh.
That is way creepy, bro. Look.
What happened? And I took the time to not dox you. But there you have it. I win again. That's when you apologize through email. You just got done saying that you never email. Which is it, Bob? Bobby! Which is it? It's too long. It doesn't matter. Me personally, it's not like it says it's very complicated. I have heard it's better for your knees to walk. It doesn't really matter, though. I don't give a shit. I know I'm losing weight. I know I'm looking stellar. I mean, when I saw Bob Levy's picture, I laughed. I'm like, dude, Bob, I look like a fucking boxer. You look like a fucking old lady. Shut up. Cupcakes corner with American Cupcake. Thanks to the $1. I don't know where I'm going to all spend that.
Ooh.
American Welfare Association New Jersey chapter. Thanks for the $5. You should watch Levy's boxing match with Bonaducci in Chili's Anonymous. Danny beats the crowd work hack mercilessly. Bob's coping is also funny. Danny tricked him. Yeah, I mean, Bob Levy can't fight. He thinks he's a fucking tough guy. I don't know where he gets this in his head. Bob, I would beat your ass in the ring. You wouldn't stand a chance. I'd fucking make mincemeat of you.
And there you have it. Taking you back to a little audible in there. From the twisted mind of Cyke Clyde, mixing Gina in with stuff, the lovely Gina Levy. We hope you're doing well. Matt says, Stuttering John is a POS, and I wait for the day he strokes out on camera. Dude is an arrogant dullard that has no self-awareness. FSJ. I like that sentiment. I also like featuring Cyke Labs content here. I hope you guys, that was a little audible I threw in there. Let's see. So let's get back into the regular stuff. How about a little Mike Morse moment right here? Since Cyke Clyde teases or has fun, he treats us to all of these treats that I can share with you. Let's take you back for a classic Mike Morse song from back in the day from the song parody man himself, Like a Homo. Take it away.
I don't know, but he wrote another one. Let's play that too, Raven.
Robin took
Robin took Jim out to a dog show. She got him acting just like a homo. He got dressed up to look at Cujo. I hope he got pussy that night.
I know, coming up.
Is Robin Quivers
The wonderful and talented Mike Moore.
There you go, taking you back always to the Miserable Men days. The song parody genius, Mike Morse right there. There's a little feature right here on BF Live's Cyke Labs content segment. Bob Levy introduced me to Stuttering Job in a club half a mile away in Delaware 20 years ago. And Jerry, a little side note, I told him to introduce you guys. So there you go. So I keep that in mind when you have that thought.
Small world.
Gotta thank. He should thank me for that. There you go. But he don't have to thank me right now. We're going to continue on with more from the twisted mind of Cyke Labs. We have like music, commercials. How about a little sports right here? How about a little sporty Bob Levy with every golf interview you ever heard in one interview? Take it away, Bob.
Yeah, it's tough, but what are you going to do about it? You hate to have a round end that way, but I mean, we were making fairways all week. We just couldn't make a putt. We read the break. We thought it was going to go right to left. We ended up leaving it pin high. Greens were fast all week. 16, yeah, we were just in between clubs a little bit. We were trying to be aggressive. We just got away from the game plan. I couldn't buy a putt all day. I couldn't hit a fairway to save my life. Shoot, they wouldn't pay me to rake the sand traps out here. We laid up and played a bump and run. We just couldn't get up and down. We were trying to play a draw. I put the ball back in my stance a little bit. I just ended up over-rotating on the follow-through, so ended up hooking it and it wouldn't check up for us. I mean, he left the door open for us on 15. We just hooked it, sliced it, pulled it, pushed it,
smack
popped
it up,
lagged it, shanked it.
Rub it
I mean,
down.
I was there all day. I just couldn't get my irons going. I was swinging the club great. I just couldn't get the putter going. I had the putter going. I just couldn't hit a green. The par threes were tough. Par fives were tough. I mean, we were hitting fairways all week. We just couldn't get up and down. We just couldn't stay out of the bunker. We couldn't keep it out of the water. Can't keep it out of the woods. We had, 14 to 18 fairways. We were in the position to win it on 18 at the tee box. My caddy told me to keep my shoulders down, keep my head up, hips squared, open face, closed stance, chin down, rotate, backswing, followed through. He told me all that stuff. And then right before I stepped up to the tee box, he said, "Don't think about it. Just hit it." I was like,
all that stuff, and he said, don't do all that thinking about it. I just told you to do. Go ahead and hit that son of a bitch. That's funny, Scott, because you never hearing Bob talk that fast is like really off-putting for me. Like I'm like, that's definitely Bob's voice, but he definitely doesn't talk that fast.
No,
but he's got the voice mod down really good. All right,
that lingo, that golf lingo. I didn't realize there was so much lingo,
bro. And that great job editing all that stuff. Yeah, he edited all the lingo stuff together, so he didn't have all the spaces in between. All right, well, I got plenty more Cyke Labs content to do here, but I gotta play some. I gotta fulfill some commercial obligations. More Cyke Labs right after this.
Pride for me is not being ashamed of being gay anymore. Delta supports everyone of every group, whether you're gay, whether you're straight.
I started in the women's uniform. I didn't feel like it was me.
This is
Once I
videographed.
made the switch to the men's uniform.
Does anyone think this is
can't
me?
even describe how I feel and how it makes
Not my
me, helps
sister.
me feel confident in who I am. Every day when a male flight attendant meets me and I'm wearing my vest and my tie, I always say, "Hey, twin," like that.
I'm a little upset because you look better than I do in the male uniform.
Get out of here.
Chris fucking Abel.
There you go. That's right. It is the one and only Chris Abels. That's when we worked for Delta Airlines before we started doing replayables. Scott, just like the Gina and John mix, Scott asked the question about this one. Would you? He means bang us, folks. That's what he's talking about. Oh, hey, twin, to my friend Cyke Clyde from the twisted mind of Cyke Labs. He made that. Jerry Lehane says, LOL, the big part over the lip. I thought you said over the tip, and I thought you were going a whole nother way with that. But we're going to go a whole nother way with Cyke Labs content. Now, today, folks, I'm not going to do a dedicated Perry segment tonight. I believe Perry's coming on tonight. Maybe it's Cyke Clyde or let us know, or I have time to check it right here real quick. Tom put up the whole list of everything that's going on in November. I think I did screenshot it on my phone, but I haven't looked at it since I screenshot it. But they have the whole month of November mapped out. And I want to say, that's right, tonight is Watch Cooking with Perry tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific. There's my friends letting me know. Cooking with Perry tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock right here for our friends on the East Coast. Check out the Perry Caravella Live tonight, because let's see what they're going to have him cooking tonight. He always gets super aggravated because he doesn't really like this segment. He doesn't like the things that they're going to have him cooking. So you have to tune in from the fun. Clyde reminds us that it's his. Is he going to cook the steak tonight with butter or not? Because he goes against Gordon Ramsay, Scott, and says that you don't cook butter the way that Gordon Ramsay tells you in a frying pan with a steak. He thinks he knows better.
Yeah, I've heard him argue that before. Yeah,
I've never cooked a steak that way myself, but I've seen it done on these shows so many times, Scott. I almost have to try it one time.
Yeah, I would try it. I just throw mine on a pan or on a grill, and
same thing.
That's it.
Same thing. Grill. So, let me show you this tonight since I'm showing it on the screen right here. I did find it real quick. Look, this is from a KFC when they had him wearing the bucket of chicken thing. So let's see what they're going to have. Oh, the microwave's turned around. It's on fire. This is why you won't turn the microwave around anymore, Scott. So there you go. There's a bigger cooking with Perry tonight. So we're going to have to see what kind of, we're going to get into the Ramsay challenge tonight. Wait a minute. Sardines, ketchup, and ramen, says our friend Matt checking in. So you never know what's going to happen. His Ramsay challenge. Where's the girls segment? I do have a couple pieces, but I need some more submitted to me for the ladies segment. Sardines, ketchup, and ramen. As we continue on here, we started doing a little Perry talk because my next piece of Cyke Labs content, like I said, I'm not doing Perry talk today, but I do have something that's Perry related and Cyke Labs related. So let's play that right now. This is when Cyke got his media share played on Perry the other night. Let's watch this one again. Here we go. On Cyke Labs content segment.
Perry, Bob started his own weather show and it's way better than yours.
Ah, the Frankie McDonald.
Bob who?
Bobby McDonald weather
Bob Levy?
show.
It's Bob Levy. That's Bob Levy's been in this business way many more years than I've ever been in this business. Okay. So I'm learning from people like
During the summer months, I do my weather reports. Especially severe weather and hurricanes headed for eastern United States. Make sure to have your shovels ready. Make sure you have your snow plows ready. Salt trucks ready.
Studio.
During the summer months, I do my weather reports. Especially severe weather and hurricanes headed for eastern United States. Make sure to have your shovels ready. Make sure you have your snow plows ready.
Hey.
Plows ready.
Don't make fun of the doys, Perry.
All right, I'm on the West Coast in mountains, and I'm going to have my snowboard ready. Woohoo! So if that's Bob, he looks like shit. But I know that's not Bob Levy. That's somebody that Bob's probably putting on his Bob Levy verse stream that he does to show that he's been doing this for a lot many more years than I have, with a lot many more clients than I have. Anyway.
Oh, fake neck pain, Scott. Whenever it's something he don't want to hear or talk about, the fake neck pain.
Part of the satanic seance.
Perry, Bob has been possessed by Satan. Can your stupid Jehovah God cast a spell or call a wizard and save him?
Why was Bob possessed by Satan, or what is
Teach you, Satan. Look at that. It's always funny when you catch Perry like actually laughing, because normally he's pissed at everything. This is stupid. This don't make no sense. But when when you actually see him laughing, it really gets my attention, Scott.
Yeah, it does me too.
There we go.
That's Bob Levy in Mexico. Yeah, sure. Please. I'm not that stupid. I mean, I know I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
There you go. He's stupid, but he ain't that stupid. Jared Lehane, I think this is an awesome comment, my friend. He says, I got rid of a whole Perry belly this year and it added 5 years to my life. Perry, you do have a big ass belly.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, bro, you got to do something about it like Jerry Lehane did. Cyke Labs says, my goal is to have ones he gets mad at now. LOL. And plus, that doesn't take too long there, Cyke Labs. All right, well, let's see. We kind of showed that. We got a request. All right. I showed one in that vein. I got a request from my dude Cyke Labs in the thing. He asked if there's enough time that I should show his newest Perry one. So I'm going to do that right now. Let me play this. This is the last piece we'll have, and then we're going to get on to the Soulful Horoscope Readings and whatever other fun we can get down with up until the 3 o'clock hour right here on the East Coast of the United States, folks. So this is from the Twisted Mind himself. It's a special request. I have to honor it because he is the master and the great dude that provides us with all of this great content. So here it is. This is Tony Caravello. This is, he's been doing his like Tony Chase one. He's been putting this face on everybody. Now it's Perry's turn. And look at this. He kind of done it a little different here. This little video. This isn't photoshopped at all, lest anyone think. This is actually, well, let's see. I'll show it to you right now. This is Cyke Labs, from the Twisted Mind of Cyke Labs. This is Tony Caravello.
To get arrested for burning my tailbone. And somebody tried to say that man was trying to steal my tailbone. They better leave my tailbone alone and better all still be there, man. That man was trying to flatten the ass, trying to drag the ass in the dirt or something, man. That man has to get arrested. That satellite man or that satellite woman, whoever that nasty motherfucker is. My mother and father both had round asses. My father had a round ass. My mother had a round ass. European history and European body style and American history too. And international acknowledgments. That German man trying to play SpongeBob SquarePants or something, that satellite man's got to get arrested for burning my tailbone.
Got to.
That man was trying to do what? Trying to play games with the asshole? They've been burning my asshole too. This is not a freaking joke, man. This is not a joke at all. It's a serious abuse. That man needs to get arrested, and that woman needs to get arrested, whoever that woman is in the satellite control room.
I agree, Perry.
They're terrorists, and they have to get charged with sex crimes and mutilation. Low friendly countries, low Korea, China, Japan, Asia, Malaysia, Thailand, Taiwan, low Mexico, low Canada, low Alaska, and low other friendly countries. Many things of importance.
That's right. It's not photoshopped. It's not videographed at all. That is legit Perry Caravello, who you'll be able to see live tonight or doing the cooking show. What you got there, Scott?
You know who that was? That was the other part of that was the thing it's meshed with, the character.
Yeah.
You know who that is? Do you know who it is? I can't remember the guy's name.
They call it Tony Chase, or I thought it was that guy Dan or whatever. Yeah, they call him Tony Chase. Yeah.
Yeah. You always think somebody's the satellite man's stealing his penis, the government's stealing. It's got like a 7-foot penis or something.
Well, there you go. Yes. And on Esther, she claps in with the soulful love for Cyke. That was Cyke Labs content segment right here, folks. And like I always say, there is more stuff than I could ever present on a show right here on BF Live. So check out his link that's running throughout the entirety of the show. Click on it and go over there because he has not only Perry with Cyke, with a Tony Chase thing. He has Bob with Tony Chase. He has a couple other people. Go see that fun stuff. And who else knows what other kind of fun stuff you might get into when you go over to Cyke Labs on YouTube by clicking the link. And that was, Scott, you know what it was.
Psych!
That's right. We're dancing. We're having it. We're doing it. On a Wednesday in the midday.
We're doing it.
We are, in fact, doing it. What is it? We are having fun hanging out with the best chat family on YouTube right here on the BF Live Show, Stream Show 185. This is a lot of fun today. Let's see some of these comments. There you go. There's the Cyke Labs link right there, folks. If you want to see those things that I showed you and some other stuff that I don't have enough time to show you, check them out at your leisure by clicking on that. The Reverend Bobby Ether is going to be El Levy Grande to the max. Oh my goodness, this should be good, buddy. Bobby Ether and Bob Levy, mixing the Bobs together. That's a new one. Been a while since we talked to our friend Bobby Ether.
Yep. Probably still designing those arcades, imagine.
Oh, yes, his mobile arcade, his dream come true. That's right. I still the Chunkster checking in, having some laughs and having some fun during this. How you doing, the Chunkster? Checking in on this Wednesday. This Wednesday is the 13th of November. I don't know. It's been kind of a good week so far, Scott. I've been happy to be on the better side of my health and everything, buddy. But, you know, there might be some things that are going on in my sign and in my life that I really don't know about until I do my Soulful Horoscope readings, buddy. So I think it's time for that. So this is what we're going to do. Everybody, you throw your sign in the chat. I'll go over to my horoscope studio. I will rub my crystal balls, and I will read your horoscope soulfully in this next segment we like to call BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Readings. That's right, folks. I'm over here in my horoscope studio where I get a little privacy when I rub my crystal balls. That's right, folks. I don't just come off this stuff off the top of my dome. I rub my crystal balls as necessary, and I will read the Soulful Horoscope Readings as I get your signs in the chat. Let's go to the first one. Let's go for Aries Libra. It's Mandy Double Dipping. Instead of Mandy Diff, I'm going to call her Mandy Double Diff. How you doing, Mandy Double Dipping? Oh, look at that. There's Brian Clauder showing up. Just in time. He always gets a little extra excited for this segment, Scott.
Yeah. I'm a married man now.
Yeah, keep it in your pants, Sundance over there, Brian Clauder. How you doing there, buddy? Let's see. Let's go for Mandy Diff, Mandy Double Dip right here. I will take you. I'm going to rub my balls, especially aggressively for that. And I will first start out with Aries. Aries, today is an 8 for all of my Aries friends. Can you hear my porn/horoscope music in the background, Scott?
I don't hear no music.
Oh, boy. Well, that's...
I hear it now.
Oh, bow chickie wow, bitches. We're going to set the mood. This is BF Live Soulful Horoscope Readings. All right, Aries, today is an 8. Advance profitable ventures methodically. Simplify and save, Aries. Gentle pressure gets farther than force. Guard against technical glitches. Take a break when needed and walk outside. That's right. You got to watch those technical glitches and blow the stink off of yourself, as my mother used to say, by going outside. There's your Aries horoscope for today. And now I will read Libra for double Mandy Diff. Libra, today is a 9. Whoa, this is also similar because it says apply gentle, steady pressure rather than brute force. Whoa, what a similarity between the Aries message. It says finesse your way through financial conversations and transactions. Consider a call to action to support others. There is Mandy Double Diff. You got your Aries, you got your Libra. Have a great day, Mandy Diff, my friend. Juggler Jen checks in and says, Cancer for me, Aries for the hubs. Well, you got your Aries if you were paying attention to the beginning, but I will read Cancer for you. I'll read it for our friend Scott Fitzpatrick and that horny guy behind him, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, where is
Clauder.
Brian Clauder. I'm looking at my... Suddenly my sound effect went away. But nonetheless, you know what's going on. Okay, well, this is for Cancer. This is for Brian Clauder. I think I might have said Kowalczyk earlier. I get my K's mixed up, my BKs. This is for Scott, Brian, and for Juggler Jen and any other Cancers joining us today for BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Today is an 8 out of 10, Cancer. Make sure what you're building is solid, Scott. Get feedback from talented friends. I'm not going to say who that is. Teamwork makes a difference. Teamwork makes the dream work. Only keep the cleanest and simplest best parts. Whoa, wait a minute. That's interesting. Are you gutting an animal? It says only keep the cleanest, simplest, and best parts. That's an interesting one to kind of decipher there today, Scott. What do you make of that?
I'm trying to apply it to something that's, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's start over. It says, make sure what you're building is solid. Get feedback from talented friends. Teamwork makes a difference. And only keep the cleanest and simplest best parts. Are you going to go chop up bodies? Like, what's going on? I'm not sure what's going
My
on.
mind kind of took me to maybe I can plot my working on my channel, my clips and stuff, and I get you guys' inputs on it, and I just keep the simplest, best with the clips. I don't know.
I like that. Well, whatever works for you. Aunt Esther, you better throw your sign in there because it's a tiny emoji, and I'm bad at deciphering what they are. Love it, says Mandy Diff about her double dip. Mandy double diff. She's got the hearts of love going out there. Hell yeah, says Juggalette Jen. She's liking what she's hearing so far. Sounds good, BF Stream Show. Thank you. It feels good. I will read our next sign. This is for Taurus, because no one does it like the bull, like the twisted mind of Cyke Labs, Mrs. Ding Dong, Mrs. Cyke Clyde, and anyone else who might be a Taurus out there. This is your Soulful Horoscope reading for today. Today is an 8. Don't force a changed issue or a charged issue. Don't force a charged issue. If it's charged up with energy, don't force that shit right now. Avoid cockiness or arrogance. Wow. These are all about very attitude. Avoid that cockiness. Let's see. Or arrogance. Arguments could come back to bite you. You are in a strong position, but don't step on anyone, my Taurus friends. Don't step on anyone right here on BF Live, Soulful Horoscope Readings. Have a great day for all of my Taurus friends. No one does it like the Bull. Speaking of which, my friend Stephen Bull, it's been a minute if you're out there watching Stephen Bull. I haven't forgotten about you. Or Mr. and Mrs. Cyke Clyde, and all the Tauruses. Have a great day as we move on with BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Oh, it's the age of Aquarius. Well, let's get into the age of Aquarius then right here on BF Live. This is for Aunt Esther and all the other Aquariuses that are joining us here today for BF Live. Let's go to Aquarius. It is right here. I will let you know, my Aquarius friend Aunt Esther, come on, honey, that today is an 8. Enjoy your household projects, Aunt Esther. Don't be hasty or pushy. That's too late for that. Avoid provoking short tempers. Might also be too late for that. Give your partner exactly what they want. They mean sex. Maybe that's mine. I don't know. Cook up something tasty together. Yeah. Enjoy household projects. Don't be hasty or pushy. Avoid provoking short tempers. Give your partner exactly what they want, sex. Cook up something tasty for the age of Aquarius. Have a great day, Aunt Esther, and all the other Aquariuses today. Juggalette Jen says, so we have covered water, fire, air, and earth. All right. Do you remember that 21st night of September, though? Well, I'm fucked, LOL. I'm sorry to hear that. Pisces, please. Even though I read this for Mandy Double Dip, I'm going to read this for my friend Matt. Bones up to you, my friend. Here we go, Pisces. Let me find it again. Where did I put that? Pisces. Pisces, did I meet Pisces? Maybe I did not. I don't know. Here we go. Pisces, today is an 8. Lay low and dig into books and studies for all my Pisces friends. Satisfy a curiosity. Get inquisitive. Learn through another's experience. Research and discover an unexpected bonus, Pisces. Lay low, dig into books. It sounds like you're going to work with your brain. Have a great day, Matt, my friend, and all the other Pisces. Cyke simply says, don't tell me how to live my life. It wasn't me. It's the stars. Don't shoot the messenger. Aunt Esther is throwing out the love, the all kind of fun emojis, the soulful heart, everything. We love you, Aunt Esther. Capricorn, this is for Tukis. Hey. I'm going to rub my balls a little extra hard for you so I can make sure I got a good reading for Tukis checking in. This is for Tukis, David Chandler, Dead Fool, and all the other Capricorny friends joining us here on BF Live today. I will let you know, crappy corns, that today is a 7 out of 10. So I hope you're having a great day. Follow your heart. You've got to follow your heart. Living for today, forget about tomorrow. Wait a minute. That's Triumph lyric. Follow your heart. Slow down to avoid accidents, Capricorn friends. Avoid conflict and controversy. And indulge your appetite for fun, romance, and deliciousness. He gonna eat something. He gonna have oral sex. Lighten up. So in brief, I'll read it one more time. This is for my Capricorn friends. Follow your heart, slow down to avoid accidents. Also, avoid conflict or controversy, that's controversy, and indulge your appetite for fun, romance, and deliciousness, and lighten up, why don't you? There, all my Capricorn friends. Have a great Wednesday. Cyke Labs checks in and says, I'm starting to think women make up horoscopes. It's always do what they want, blah, blah, blah. Listen to me, I'm smarter than you, and I'm more sensitive. I get that, Cyke Labs. I'm feeling that. That's a good one for Matt in the chat, Juggler Jen. Tukas, you're an earth sign, says Juggler Jen. Oh, Juggler Jen also says me and Aunt Esther are water signs. Juggler Jen says Libra is an air sign and Aries is fire. Juggler Jen says Taurus is also an earth sign. As we continue on, folks, well, let's see, Scott, I think I got yours. Bobby Nick is, we didn't get Bobby Nick. Although he hasn't been here for 2 weeks, he does remind me of Vegetarius/Sagittarius. So this is for my friend Bobby Nick. How you doing out there, buddy? You're getting some sleep. This is for Bobby Nick and all the other Vegetarius out there in the chat. It's not a sign, but it should be, and it is on my show, BF Live. So today is an 8 out of 10 for my Sagittarius/Vegetarius friends. The excellent work you have been doing reflects you well. Don't push things, Vegetarius. Hang back and observe. Lay back in the cut. Nurture your physical health, maybe that's what he's doing right now, and well-being, and bide your damn time. That sounds like just kind of a slow your roll and reflect on everything you kind of already achieved. To my Sagittarius friends about don't push things, hang back and kind of just look at the cut, see what everything's going on, and have a great day to all my Sagittarius/Vegetarius friends. Well, Scott, it always comes down to this, buddy, because for whatever reason, I can't believe with all the great people in the chat family, nobody else is a Virgo but me, dude.
Right.
I'm the Virgo. So I got to read my lonely horoscope myself, and I will let me and any other Virgos that might be quietly hanging out in the chat know that today is an 8 out of 10. I'm feeling good today. Explorations and escapades could face deviations. Let me take you to the escapades. Obstacles and roadblocks and illusions line the road. Wow. And could get expensive. Find the path of least resistance. Wow. So my explorations and escapades could face deviations and obstacles. Roadblocks and illusions. What's that, buddy?
A lot of big words.
Lots of big words today. Yeah, that's why I had to read it a second time. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's see. It looks like I got to slow my roll. Obstacles and roadblocks and illusions line the road. I'm not going to be too discouraged by that, but the end could get expensive. It's kind of a little troublesome right here, but I'm going to hope for the best and hope that I have an 8 out of 10. What? 8 out of 10. Terry Nee comes up with one. He says Scotchacorn. Is that like a bad name for a weird candy corn or something like that? Let's see. All right, well, this is our last call for signs right here on the BF Live Soulful Horoscope Readings. I think I've read most of the ones that you guys put in the chat. I even threw mine in, the Virgo, the Virgin. So I'll let this be last call as I read. It says, quick question. What is birthday 5/22/47? My dad's, what sign is his? I don't know. If I rub my balls, it'll tell me that. May. I think my May friends are Tauruses. Let's see. May 20. He is a Gemini. He would be a Gemini because the Gemini sign starts on May 21st and it extends till June 20th. So I will let you know that your father is a Gemini, and I'll read Dad's. Today is a 6 out of 10 for Gemini. Breathe deeply and slow. Sort things out. Stay in rather than going out. Consider responses before making them, and keep confidences and secrets. Keep your shit to your damn self.
Looking good for Dad.
Say that again, buddy.
Not looking good for Dad.
Not looking good for Dad. Well, I think Mandy Div has told us that rest in peace. Her dad has passed on, but I hope you have. Well, wow, nice. His name was Bobby. That's a good name. A good, fine American name. And a lot of people were giving it, like Bob Levy and Bob Ethier and Bobby Nick and myself. That's why I had to come up with the whole BF moniker so we could kind of like distinguish one Bobby from another. Well, folks, I think we kind of did everything we needed to do with that segment. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope your day and week and month goes well. But that's all I have for you today on that segment. That was BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for the middle of the week. Let's get on to whatever fun we can fit in the last bit of the show we have left remaining. That was BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Hell yeah, folks. We are back. And we are, what are we doing it?
We're doing it.
We are, in fact, doing it. It is 2:40 where I'm coming to you from the East Coast of the United States. That means we are 40 minutes into hour number 3 of 3 hours of live original content brought to you daily, Monday through Friday, right here on the BF Live Stream Show. Thank you all for being here today. Let's say he was a private person, kind of sounded like him. Cool. Well, Mandy Dip follows up. Mandy Double Dip follows up on that on BF Live. You guys are awesome. Thanks for being here today. Let me check that off, and let's get into whatever fun we can get into right here on BF Live, Scott. How about if I show, let me see what I can show. I can go a couple ways here. 20 minutes don't give me enough time to do that thing. How about if I show just some cool videos I got of crushing it, stuff being crushed. Let's do that. You like stuff being crushed, like all guys like see stuff being crushed, right?
I like to destroy things and stuff.
Yeah, I like seeing how things react. There you go, crushing it. Because, I think if we had this hydraulic press, Scott, if I owned a hydraulic press, I'd probably be doing exactly what these people in these videos are doing. So let's do some of that. Let's watch some stuff getting crushed in a segment I like to call Crushing It. Just cool stuff getting crushed right here on BF Live as we start to wind down this Stream Show 185 for this Wednesday. Check this out. I think we're starting off with a big jawbreaker here, Scott, is what it looks like. Let's look at this. Let's watch stuff get crushed and crushing it. Here we go. Oh, I always think I gotta slow this down, Scott, because it's like it goes too fast. I gotta slow this down. It's more satisfying when it's slower. Playback speed. Let me go. Let's do half. Let's do half speed. Let's try that. Oop. Oh, this looks like Skittles. Perry loves Skittles.
Poison.
Shut the fuck up.
What is that? Poison. That's right. It's poison, Scott. They are real. They look like Skittle palm trees. What is this? Oh, yeah. Fire truck. Scott, if I had one of these, I'd be putting everything I found in it, bro.
Yep. Marbles, ball bearings.
Like anything that's been around the house that I walk by more than twice, it would be going under this sumbitch.
Canadian pennies.
Canadian pennies. I'd be walking around just looking for stuff. Hey, you ain't used that in a minute. Rubik's Cube. I'm always fat at the string, how it explodes.
Oh, yeah.
Ah. I guess these are like gel candles or something, these things. Oh, they crushed the grandma candies. They got Lindor. Oh, they don't have no Ferrero Rocher.
I want to see it crush another crusher.
Ooh, good point. Hey, what if you put a hydraulic press under a hydraulic press? What would happen? Who squishes who? Oh, look at that. Oh, like nothing. He's like stainless steel cookware and shit. Come on with it. There's marble, Scott.
Yep. Oh.
Go. No way. There they went. There wasn't no way they were going to hold up, Scott.
Yeah.
Wasn't no way. Look at that. Oh, they're blowing it up. There's an air compressor behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Now squish it. Squish it. Ooh. Then it. Plates. Opa. Ooh, a spring. Will the spring stay flat? Ooh, nope. I guess the answer is yes. Whoa, that looks like a penis. Something Perry would stick up his ass.
Shut the fuck up.
It kind of looks like something in your bathroom. Paint sprayer. Ooh, they got paint in it? Nah, they went. Whoa, they had to hit it from another angle, so it would crush right. It's an oil can. I thought it was a paint can. We'll watch a couple more, and then we'll catch out some of these chats right here. Whoa, oh, man. Well, here's penis. Somebody said that John should put his penis in there. There's penis. Whoa.
What's that?
I don't even know. It looks like a dab of something. I don't know. Oh. I have no idea what that was. What? Is this a freaking cheeseburger? More plates.
Satisfying whenever they're nice, an implosion like that. A controlled implosion.
Ooh, batteries. Ooh.
Sweet.
I thought they were going to explode. Aw, with the little bunny rabbit. It's dead. Mommy, don't crush my toy. I'll be better, Mommy. Please, Mommy. Should've listened. Got some music playing on that one. Is that Play-Doh? That's how you're supposed to play with Play-Doh. Oh, killing the baby toy right here. Watch a couple more, and then we'll read some of these chats, and we'll ease on down the road. Oh, a tire. Oh, toy tire. Come on, I want to see one doozy. I need one banger. That's just some slime. Slime that don't do nothing for me, Scott.
A golf ball would be cool.
You know slimy stuff's going to go. I like the stuff that resists.
Yeah.
Come on, give me something resistant.
Bubble.
Okay. Here we go. A thermos. I got a Stanley cup for your ass right there. Hold up to that, Stanley. There you go. There's plenty more I could show. But what's more fun and satisfying than watching stuff gets crushed right here as we wrap up this episode of BF Live Stream Show 185. We had Palm Tree Candy. Let's see, Josh from Tennessee checks in during that. Hey, Josh. The hardworking Josh who always lets us know that he's always running equipment. He don't always have time to check in, but I always know you're listening. Thanks for checking in when you can, Josh, and I hope you're having a great day out there, buddy. Happy Wednesday. Aunt Esther says, need to put Stuttering Joe's penis in there. No. Let's see. Matt says, we had a hydraulic press at work. That thing is a toy fucking thing. Will destroy a finger. Oh, it's no toy. That fucking thing will destroy a finger or a hand. Yes, Scott, I'm worried about stuff like that doesn't have no kickback safety. Like when it feels the proper resistance, it starts going the other way because that thing just destroys until you turn it off.
Yeah. I used to, when I was a kid, out in the garage, we had a vise, and I just had like see how much I could take on my fingers, you know.
Would you?
Yeah.
So they turn like purple and shit.
Yeah. I don't need one of them crushers.
Wow. Damn. Tukia says, if you put testicles under that, they would pop or squish. Yeah, I'm going to say that that's definitely a thing. I don't even think you need to be a scientist or play one on podcast to know that that is true. Dream Man says, is that what happened to John's hand? Yeah, the whole he had the finger. It started growing the other way and stuff. I think he picked his nose so much that the finger even was getting scared, Scott, and it started growing in another direction. Like, no, I don't want to go up there. Like, no, and it just started getting a hook on it. That's my theory. The finger is smarter than John, but he does have a weird ass kind of evolution finger, doesn't he?
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings type of thing.
Lord of the Rings. I like that folding pattern, says our friend Dream Man. Juggler Jen says, what up to Josh in Tennessee? And we're about caught up with the chat, Scott Fitzpatrick. We're about caught up for the day, man.
Hell yeah.
Rushing it. All right. Well, let's see. It's either do we cut the show off short or do we go into the ish? What do you think there, buddy? Got one more thing.
Oh, I'm good for another 10 minutes or so.
All right, well, let's do it. I got some more stuff I can play you. I'm just looking on my list of things that I have had to play for a while and catch up as we pull this train into the station coming up at the top of the hour. But where is he at? Let me find this guy. Let's check in with him. How about if we do this? Let's go away from crushing it. Let me take that down because let me go up here to my brand and find this for you because now it is time for And Now a Moment with Mr. Paint. You might have seen him here on BF Live, Mr. Paint, the crazy guy that runs kind of around a treadmill, but he's also kind of inspiring, Scott. So let me see. Oh, I want to show you this classic clip I found of this guy because you see me pay Mr. Paint on here before, right? The guy that runs on the treadmill and plays the bad music and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
That guy. Well, I found a video. Scott, I thought that this was like a new anomaly, like, basically born out of like the internet and going viral and stuff. But apparently this guy has been wacky and online or doing stuff on like on TV and stuff like that on maybe some community access stuff. So let me show you what I got here of this guy. This is one of his old videos, bro. Look at him. He's got dark hair and everything. And he's almost like a demented Bob Ross right here. But let me take you back. This is some classic, A Moment with Mr. Paint. Check this out.
It's been a wonderful trip. We've had a great time today. I hope I inspired you to get out there and just jump in. Don't be afraid. It's okay out there. And at some point, you're going to have a good time. And that's called painting. And that's getting paint on the damn canvas, right? Happy Halloween! You want to contact me? Contact me at john@letspainttv.com. And you want to be a guest? You want to pose for me? Contact me.
This guy's been crazy for a minute, Scott.
Yeah.
It's like he emanated from California. Damn. That's like Bob Ross on mushrooms or something there, Scott.
It put me in mind of Tom Green for some reason. Tom Green would just keep wearing something else.
Good. That's a good callback. It does kind of very Tom Green-esque, and it's just like his bizarreness, the way he kind of comes off on the air. Well, let's see what else he might have for us. He can also be kind of motivating and inspirating. Inspirating? Well, that's what I get. He's an inspiration, if you will, Scott. Let's see, here's another moment with Mr. Paint. Let me see what kind of inspiration he has for us today. What do you take it away, Mr. Paint?
One of these days, I'm gonna figure it out.
Figure it out, Scott.
And when I do,
yeah,
I'll die. To another life. Never figure it out. Keep searching.
Never figure it out, Scott. You'll die.
Because when you figure it out, you're just gonna die.
Oh, true.
Keep on searching. Keep on discovering, people.
Keep at it.
I get it. But don't figure it out.
Don't ever figure it out, Scott.
Then there's no purpose of being here anymore. No purpose. You will have no purpose in life once you figure it all out.
Get it.
Keep searching.
Stop moving, you start dying.
Good. See, just
Keep hitting those buttons.
He's right. He's an inspiration.
Even though you don't know what they do, just keep hitting them.
One of these days.
There you go, Scott. That was a moment with Mr. Paint right here on BF Live. Yeah, let's go. It's funny, Scott, because Aunt Esther says, what the fuck is this? And it's funny, Scott, because do you remember I have a segment, I don't do it, it recurs every now and then, called WTF, what the fuck is this? And this was the first place I ever showed this guy, because what was happening is I was going out on the internet looking for stuff that I could feature here on the show, and sometimes I would get the stuff like this, and I would go, what the fuck is this? And so I literally named a segment called What the Fuck Is This? But this guy is so unique, and so kind of individual, Scott. I had to give him his own segment, and that's why we just do now. And now a moment with Mr. Paint. This guy's wacky. He's weird. Just the kind of fodder I need to do BF Live Stream Show 185, folks. With that, I think I'm going to pull this train into the station, buddy. So today is Wednesday. Normally, it would be Replayables Midweek Freaks tonight. So we're kind of going to be midweek, but maybe just a little day shifted. Tomorrow night, folks, Thursday. You need something to do on a Thursday night, like later in the night? How about 8 o'clock East? How about on the 100 Proof Podcasting channel with my boy Chris Abels, myself, and our producer Shawnee? We're going to drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We're going to try to do a show that isn't on the same day as Perry. So tonight, I'm going to be hanging out in the chat family with my chat family friends, my Perry family. I'm going to be hanging out with you guys tonight, seeing what Perry's cooking up, if he cooks it up Ramsay style tonight. So I'll be looking forward to that. It is Wednesday, so no replayables tonight. Check us out tomorrow night on 100 Proof Podcasting channel for replayables. But yes, and let's see, after that, I also want to remind you one more time that I'm super excited. I've been slowly watching internet clips and articles and reading stuff. Tomorrow, I'm super excited to have a guest right here on BF Live, and not just any guest, probably the most connected guest to show business I've ever personally had on my show. I'm going to have a guy who opened up for Frank Sinatra. He was his main opener and comedian for over a decade. Tomorrow in the 1 o'clock hour, in the second hour of BF Live, I'm going to have comedian Tom Dreesen on my show tomorrow. He's great friends with David Letterman. He did The Late Show and The Late Night and The Late Show with David Letterman many times. I want to dig into a little bit more and find out about his friendship about David Letterman, how you get to be the opener for Frank Sinatra, and maybe some other stories that he can kind of grace us with about his many days in show business. Really looking forward to having comedian Tom Dreesen on tomorrow. So always something fun here, always something new. I'm always trying to mix it up for you folks. So tune in tomorrow for BF Live Stream Show 186 for that. But Scott, today's Wednesday, buddy. You got anything going on the rest of the day or the rest of the week you like to tell the folks about?
You know, on Wednesdays is kind of my day off, and I just do me on the evenings and maybe make some clips and watch some podcasts. But I do want to plug my moderator, Matt, best moderator in the mod game. And I just put his link to his channel in the chat there. Yep. And if you like walking videos, if you like his is way better than mine. His is he's got an excellent camera. It's like you're out there in nature with him, man. He's been in some cool places. So go check his channel. And Bobby Nick, trying to get him to 500 for that dog.
Yeah, you did.
500
yes, you did.
subs. So if you could please sub to Bobby Nick at Bobby Nick's 1978, that would be great.
That's right. And his link is, as well as Scott's and all the other friends, have been running the entirety of the show. So when you see the Bobby Nick link, go ahead and click it. And yes, Scott, you did say that you hear my dog jingling in the background, right?
Yeah, right.
My dog knows my audio cues, and she knows that she hears my sum up BS. She's like, oh, he's going into his closer. He's going into the closer. He's about to wrap this up. So I'm about to get in his face and bug him about going outside. That's right. We do have a routine, folks. Scott heard my dog in the background there. So yes, she is very ready to go. What are you doing? What are you doing, baby? If she wasn't so daggone big, I'd throw her up on my lap again. But she's a bit of an 80-pound load. But like I said, this weed ain't going to smoke itself. The dog isn't going to be able to hold the piss for so long. So we're about to pull this train into the station. So once it's 3 o'clock straight up, we made it through another one.
Did it? We did it.
We did it. We're no longer doing it. We, in fact, did it. So this has been a great day. Thanks for Aunt Esther, Matt, and everybody else that checked in with the chat family today. Juggalette Jen, Dream Man, Cyke, Tukius, Josh in Tennessee, Mandy Double Diff. Let's see. We have, I want to make Terry Nee. We have, Juggalette Jen again. I want to make sure if I didn't, my sister Kathy, and everybody. I love the chat family. Mrs. Cyke Clyde. Brian Kowalczyk checks in and says, thank you, boys. Aunt Esther says, have a blessed day, you heathens, and please take care and much love. So there you go, folks. That's chat family. So where am I going to see you the rest of the night, folks? I might see you in the Perry chat. Maybe, and I'll just see you around until the next time I see you, folks. So for Scott Fitzpatrick, for Bobby Nick Havens, who couldn't be here today, Stormy, Andrew, all my friends, the chat family, peace and love, and we will see you the next time we see you right here on the BF Live Stream Show. Have a great rest of your day, folks, and join us tomorrow for another great show where my guest will be comedian Tom Dreesen. That'll be in the second hour of BF Live. So we're going to start off the show like we like to do. We'll open up with the chat family check-in. We'll try to squeeze some news in, everything we can possibly squeeze in until we get to hour number 2 of BF Live with my guest, Tom Dreesen. So for Scott Fitzpatrick, Bobby Nick Havens, I am BF Bobby Fran saying peace and love, and we will see you the next time we see you right here on BF Live. Have a great Wednesday and a great rest of your week if I don't see you, folks. Bye for now. Bye for now.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.